Alrighty. Hello guys. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Let's turn that down for a little while. Alright, so it seems like LTG has responded to DSP.
What is up, everybody? It's
now
your
I'm
boy
curious.
DD, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at Memology. Big up to Memology for posting this video. Apparently, LTG, the Black DSP, responded to Phil's rant yesterday regarding coming on stream and doing a podcast with Phil. And you guys know I'm not the biggest LTG fan, but I don't think he's the worst of the locales. He's up there, but he's not the worst. So in his typical style, he responded to Phil, and gotta give LTG the W on this one. Let's hear his response.
Why did he just have some sort of like weird fixation on that I don't make money? Like why do people think that? Like because I don't floss it in your fucking face? Like, I'm never gonna tell how much I make, but just know that there's no job, there's no career, there's like nothing that can compare to what I'm able to accumulate off being myself for a living. 5 bins is just me being a smartass. That doesn't even do anything for me. I don't even need the 5,000 at all. I get 5,000 today.
Ups,
what do I do?
Birds. How are you, brother?
Like, what do I need with the 5K? So why would I need to go out of my way?
Apparently LTG has responded to
clout?
DSP.
Look, just take a look at the when I played Dizzyeight. What did I get for it? 100 candies. Those videos basically got 1 million views. The Tekken videos, they got 1 million views. I got nothing for it. Anytime that I like lend myself to something, everybody else benefits and I don't. You have YouTube channels, you figure out how to get the paper. We'll never do anything. We're never gonna do anything. Like I said, I don't even need 5K. I can make that shit myself easily, no problem. I don't know what these weirdos think that for some magical reason all right, whatever. I'm not gonna start telling you the prices of shit and all that. I really don't give a fuck.
Yep, LTG's correct. That's exactly what he was trying to say regarding the 5 bands or the $5,000. He was just throwing out a large number out there and making it seem like, Phil, you're not worth his time, even if you give him $5,000. And of course, he upped it to $10,000.
Yeah,
and
I think at one
he's
point
not talking about not really.
I think at one point he was like, "Oh no, now it's 25K." LTG played him, bro.
Needing that money. What he's saying is that his time is more valuable than to spend it on you, Phil.
Yup.
Like, it would take an exorbitant amount of money just for him to even see worth in doing it. And that's what he was trying to say, Phil. But of course, Phil, with his tism, he got stuck on the dollar amount and his background. It was just stupid. He was so stupid. And he thought he was owning LTG, which he wasn't. He was looking like a damn fool.
A dumbass,
and,
yeah.
Let's keep going, folks. Let's keep listening.
300, all right, 300 gifted, cool. But I still lost at the end of the day. That moment is past, but the YouTube video is up, full of hate comments, more slanderous shit all over the fucking YouTube channel, so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, I ultimately lose when I do collabs and shit, because I don't have anything on YouTube I could put on to force back a narrative. You feel me?
Right? But we could talk about all kinds of shit. Don't you think that people would like support that guy and give him some income?
Give me income. God. Who?
All right, brother, here's a suggestion. I gave it to Phil. I'm giving you the same suggestion, LTG. But do something with your mic, brother. Put some noise filter in there. There's no reason why every time you touch the table, it sounds like you're throwing something. Come on, brother. Get with the program. You've been streaming
Mine
long
does
enough.
that too, so I can't say anything. But I'm trying to get one of those pop filters or noise dampeners or whatever it is.
This dude's lucky I'm not a standard black.
Huh?
I could just come on here and just show all types of paper trails, receipts, and just.
We are doing a little bit of everything today, JDX the Kid. Big ups, brother. Good morning, guys. I appreciate you stopping by.
I don't know if you make $5,000 or anything. But he definitely would make some bank because he was on here. Even fucking his follow again. Look at his sub count that's below his screen there, which I guess is legit. 3,626 out of 3,700 on subs alone. This man is making like $7,000, $8,000 a month minimum. Because it could be more. I don't know what his sub level is, but it's that $5 sub level on Twitch, right? And he's making 7, 8K a month just on subs alone. That's huge. That's to be applauded. That's to be respected. That you're making that much. Why don't you think that your fans would then support you even further?
I live in Cali, even 8 bands a month. Bro, I made 8 bands a month. Shit, 4 years ago. Like, nobody could ever come in here and calculate anything about me. Nobody knows me personally. Nobody's had a conversation about me. I mean, a conversation to me. Nobody's had a conversation with me.
I just don't believe
you can't guess anything about me. Everything about me on the internet is speculation. So stop trying
I
to
thought he was
pocket
going to
watch,
say
bro.
fraud.
Everybody's always going to be incorrect. Look, even Alexa started talking. Alexa, stop. That's what I'm saying. Like, why you trying to pocket watch? Nigga, if I was in year 2024 and I only made 8 bands a month, that means I've been failing in life. Let's see. I'll just say this one time. So in 2020, I would say
you
my
were
highest year.
My boy, you were $120,000 in debt. You couldn't pay a $300 Amazon credit card bill, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Making $8,000 a month? No, you don't. You don't. And if you do, you're clearly living outside your means, bro. There's no way you make $9,000 a month, $8,000 a month, and have $120,000 in credit card debt. Unless he's completely money illiterate. There's no way you're making that much and have that much debt. It's a lie. It's a lie.
I'll give you guys 2 insights. Highest month in 2020.
Oh,
Summer
for sure.
2020, I think I did maybe like 26,000 in a month.
Excuse me.
That was 2020. Let's see, if we rewind back to when Smash dropped, guess how much money I made just off playing Smash Brothers when I had my YouTube channel? $46,000. So why are you talking to me about, and we're just talking about when did Smash come out again?
Bro, that's a goddamn lie, bro. Then explain how you have $120,000 in debt and can't pay child support. It's a fucking lie, bro. I'm making $45,000 just playing Smash Bros. How much of that money went to your kid? None, bro. There's no goddamn way you're making $9,000 a month and you can't pay your bills and you can't pay child support and you live in Section 8 housing, bro. No fucking way. No way. You make over $2,000 and they're kicking your ass off of public assistance, bro. My grandfather's having to deal with this right now, to where he made too much in his life and they're trying to say that he doesn't qualify for Social Security. The dude is 75, can't walk, and has a fused neck. He walks like Frankenstein. The dude is the definition of needing assistance, and he can't get it because people like you live in abuse the fucking system. How are you gonna be on Section 8 housing, bro, making $45,000 a month? That's a goddamn lie. Even if you lived in a low-income, rent-controlled housing, they would kick your ass out. Or you would be paying thousands of dollars in rent. I just don't believe it. I don't believe you. Based on the amount of money you owe, right? No way. No way. You can't pay your child support. You can't pay your bills, but you're making $45,000 playing Smash Bros? Bullshit. Bullshit.
What was that?
Bullshit.
What year was that? And I was just off playing me in Smash. 2018. Nah, that's just, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about currently. I'm talking about just 2 insights, 2018, 2020, nothing current. So when people try to talk money to me or some shit like that about,
dude, you're fucking lying. You're looking for the excuses, and you can see how your eyes are darting around looking for the answers, but it's a lie, my dude. You're not making $45,000 a month. You didn't in 2018. It's a goddamn lie, bro. Then how did, if you truly made that much, How in the last, what, 4 years did you accrue over $120,000 in credit card debt, as well as stop paying child support? If you're doing so well, why are you falling so behind? Because it's all a fucking act. You are fucking lying.
Oh, 5,000, nobody's gonna pay. Then don't pay it to me. I'm telling you of a peon price that if you want me on your fucking platform, I suggest you just give me the money. Other than that, stop talking to me about money and all this revenue and all that type of shit. I'm well taken care of. I handle my business. I've been grinding on the internet for 10 years, basically. So I'm definitely doing the right things in life. I don't need to collab with I don't need to have on my stream. I don't need to collab. I'm not hungry for collabs. I got an authentic.
Okay, yeah, he's just going over and over and over. Dude, you're just saying the same thing, man. It's not true. If I was making $45,000 a month, I wouldn't have no credit card debt. I wouldn't live in Section 8 housing. But he does. That's what I don't believe you, bro. I don't. Because it's just so asinine to think that you're making thousands and thousands of dollars a month, right? And you can't pay your bills, and you have to live in Section 8 housing.
It took 2 weeks for me to get this
It's
stuff.
Philomania
So now I finally
time.
have it, and it's like, well, is it going to work out? I don't know. We have to see tonight what happens on stream, and I'm very curious. You know, listen, if no one shows up and there's no support and no one cares about it, we don't ever have to do it again. The meme maybe has expired itself because I already reacted to my documentary. I've already admitted to playing the game.
We
So
will get
maybe
into
it's not
your
a big deal
video.
anymore. Or maybe it is. Maybe people are hyped, but they've just been waiting
Exactly,
for it, and now we're finally-
JDX the kid. How the fuck is this guy gonna lie to us? We know where he lives, how he lives. This motherfucker had a roommate, or has a roommate, in Section 8 housing. Honestly, I don't follow his life that closely, but it's a lie, bro. $45K a month, and you couldn't pay your bills? You still live in the same house, rent-controlled apartment, and you're making $45K a month? You couldn't have bought in a house? Fuck out of here, man.
I'm going to do it tonight. I don't know, right? So I hope you'll come by and we'll see how it goes.
I
Now,
like that he
tomorrow I'm off.
dunked on Phil, though. That was
It's my
good.
day off from streaming. But when I come back on Thursday, all day long, I will be playing the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection on PC. I'm very
this
excited
bitch is
to jump into these
insufferable.
games to see
Wait,
how all
doesn't
this
that
goes.
come out tomorrow?
And basically to get back into, you know,
Excuse
the
me.
classic fighting games that I grew up playing in
If that
arcades.
comes
'Cause I
out
did the versus
tomorrow,
games were the ones I
we're
played
gonna
the
play that
absolute most in
tomorrow.
arcades. And I loved them and I was really good at them. But I haven't played them now in over a decade. So you know it's going to be a slow start with me sucking, but we'll see. Now, will I play them offline and do kind of a history of the Versus series event? Maybe. Will I just
Wait,
jump
who?
right into online play? Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do yet. I guess we'll have to see.
I can't even what?
On Thursday and just jump in and boot it up and
I
start it
can't
up and see what
pre-purchase
is
it or
and go from there.
anything. I
Okay?
have it on
But
my
that's
wish
all day
list.
Thursday, okay?
Look at this.
Then Friday, on the Level 1 podcast, June the King will be my next guest. I'll be starting up the podcast around 11 a.m. to get technical issues worked out.
I gotta move that
and
out
then
the way.
basically we're gonna hang out before it starts, and then 11:30 June will join us, and we'll have a nice
that makes
interview.
sense.
This
Yeah.
I promise you, this is gonna be a nice cordial
Big
interview.
ups,
This
guys.
is not going to be us attacking each other.
So,
the thing
this is
I have
my new
absolutely no
camera.
gripe with June whatsoever. A lot of people thought I was going to have a big gripe with June.
We got this donated camera. It's so awesome. It's the Elgato face cam. Version 2. It's so cool. It does this thing where it shows you what I do. Look. Oh, woo.
June the King because of the documentary he made about me. I don't at all. Like, literally, I have no issue with the man, and I'm actually excited to have a nice interview with him, to talk with him about things. You know, I really am. I think it's going to be very neat and fun, and I think it's going to be cool to hear the methodology of someone who's an internet documentarian. You know, what does he go through? What's the process for research?
bitch.
And by the way, please continue to post up your questions for June's appearance over on the community tab of this channel. All right. The thread is still there from
The,
a couple days ago.
the camera's
We got
on.
lots
It's been
of
on the whole
questions in there. There's
time.
no way
Let
we're
me
gonna get
jerk
to
my
all of
girth.
them. So I'm not going to keep the guy for 3 hours to ask him all those questions, but some good ones there. And I'm excited to have him on the show. It's going to be a great interview. And then after that, we'll probably do a little bit of a decompression because, as you know, when I do these interviews, I do not monetize the stream, so I will have no advertisements on.
That's a goddamn lie.
On that stream whatsoever. That'll be the opportunity for us to catch up, for me to do shout outs for contributions that came in during the interview.
Oh,
And
dude, it's gonna be
decompress a
nothing.
bit, talk about it, and
It's
then
gonna
probably
be
jump back
absolutely
more into the NBC
nothing,
collection,
bro.
which I'm going to be playing for the rest of the day on Friday. Then on Saturday, we will get back to regularly scheduled gameplay, and I think what we should do is a balanced day between the two new games. So half the day maybe Space Marine 2 and half the day Astrobot. Sunday is my
When you take
full
big
React
boy
day,
dabs, it
but that
really,
still leaves Monday and
really
Tuesday
likes
open
to sit in
for me to
there.
balance all the new releases. Okay, plus maybe a WWE Champion stream depending on how stuff goes tonight.
Oh, homie,
So, there you go.
homie, you gotta stop with that. Like, let's divorce the detractors from Phil's community, right? And then let's divorce Phil from what he's done. Phil, stop with the WWE Champions. Do it off stream, play it off stream, but stop doing it on stream. Moron, it's making you look bad. How can you not see this? You know, I extended the olive branch to Rich, and I'm gonna do it one time only here for Phil. Stop mentioning WWE champions at all. Stop talking about it. Stop bringing it up. Stop playing it on stream, because every time you do, it just confirms to everybody what your detractors are saying about you. Dummy, stop. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and hit you with kid gloves. Moron, look at what they're doing. They're giving you a lollipop, and you're passively telling them everything. Don't you see that?
Go. Next week will be mostly gameplay. It's going to be some very exciting stuff.
Right?
It was my
I'm
detractors.
very
They
interested
said that I wasn't
in how it's gonna go.
fourth
I
place
hope
at
that we
EVO.
get
They
reinvigorated,
said
you know
it.
what I mean? That people get
I
back
was
on
there.
track.
I
A lot of
won.
people are upset with
What
me
the fuck?
because last month the gameplay was not
Oh,
consistent. I'm
oh,
with you on that. Like, I
oh,
totally
look
hear
at,
that.
look at.
But when opportunity knocks, you do have to jump on it. You can't just say, well, all these good things happening, but, you know, things have to
I
change a
told
little
them.
bit and adjust
I
a little
told
bit.
them.
Nah,
I
I'm gonna go back
needed
and
the
be stubborn and
Wolverine.
stuck in my ways. Then things will never get better. You understand? Really, things will never get better if you don't give change a
You know how
chance.
much that was?
I think the changes that I've instituted have
$5.
been
I
working
spent
nicely.
$5
I
on
want
that
to keep
joke.
that rolling. I don't want to be like, oh, now we're just going to go right back to how
Whoa.
it was. We're not going to have
You
interviews.
good?
I'm not going to do co-ops.
You
and
dying over
collabs.
there?
I would rather do better stuff
Whoa.
while also balancing the stuff
You
I
good?
used to do. Okay?
You good?
So,
You need to go drink some
I'm
water,
excited
dude.
for the future. I hope that you all are too. That's the schedule for the week. Okay? Now, folks, last night,
Go
the
drink
King
some
Streak,
water.
well, yesterday, the King Streak ended. Why
You
did the
coughing
King
like
Streak
that
end?
for?
I'm going to tell you why. Because Black
okay?
Myth Wukong sucks.
No?
It drops off in the middle of the game. And
Bro.
it's so fucking incredibly repetitive, boring, and devoid of creativity. No one cared. Like, when I started playing the game, the first few streams did really well.
Oh,
What I noticed is that we got
after
further.
this
As soon
rant,
as we
we'll
started
get into
chapter
your
3,
Dale clip.
all of the interest
Oh.
in the game waned. People were like, oh, this is boring. Why is it so repetitive? It's the same shit over and over. And they're right. Like, there's literally no defense that the game changes so differently in chapter 3. You can tell they just ran out of ideas. Yet they want a long game, so they made it 6 chapters, when in the 3rd chapter, the game's already boring, right? Essentially,
Yep.
it's this simple. The game is a boss rush with empty areas in between, no interesting world design whatsoever, but very pretty graphics. The problem is, that's not really enough to hold up a game.
What?
I hate to say, it just isn't. Like, I don't.
A game with good story, good combat, and is straight to the point. It's literally exactly what you wanted. It's a quick, concise, like 13, 14-hour story that you could get through quickly with minimal in-between time between the big climactic boss fights. It is exactly what you criticized Elden Ring for. Right? Being super full and superfluous too much is what you called it, right? But now all of a sudden, they give you the absolute antithesis of Elden Ring, a boss rush style game with minimal interruptions. It's a quick point A to point B fight style. That's it, right? You do the little in between and you get to the bosses quickly. That's all it is. That's what you wanted Elden Ring to be. But now that you get what you asked for, you don't like it. So what the absolute fuck do you want? He's blaming Black Myth Wukong, saying that it's too empty, it's too linear. But he criticized Elden Ring for being too open, too expansive. Exactly, JDX the
don't care
kid.
about a boss rush game in 2024. I'm expecting more.
But that's what you
especially when we
fucking
just
wanted
came out with
Elden
Shadow
Ring
of
to
the Curse
be.
DLC for Elden Ring, and that had way more interesting.
Oh
variety
my
of
fucking god.
environments, Way more interesting.
But you criticized Elden Ring and its DLC for being too open, too empty, lifeless, basically is what you described it as. But now, all of a sudden, you want it to be the opposite. What? You stupid motherfucker. What? I'm at a loss here. I'm at a loss here.
Bosses, quite frankly, because a lot of the times the bosses in Black Myth Wukong are just the same characters you've already fought, only now it's a tougher version. So it's boring as shit. Like, I really don't know what happened with this game, because again, it starts off so promising, but once you get to chapter 3, it's like, okay, it's the same thing again. There's nothing here innovating at all. It's literally run around a bunch of empty areas that all look identical, get lost, fight a bunch of optional mini bosses that are constant, you know, and then wander around till you finally stumble upon where the story is. And that's not good. When you play a FromSoft game and you get to a legacy dungeon, you feel like each piece of this dungeon was handcrafted specifically by the FromSoft devs to be interesting. Whether it's, oh, I wonder if there's a hidden enemy or a hidden area, or there's a tough new challenge or a platforming thing or a secret that you can find. Literally, in Black Myth Wukong, all right? It's so...
This motherfucker's gonna make me buy this fucking game, right? When I have no interest in buying games right now. He's gonna make me buy this fucking game, and he's gonna make me fucking play it. And I'm gonna play it till its end, bro, and I'm gonna show you how goddamn easy it is. It's a fucking video game, bro. It's a video game, homie. What the fuck do you expect from it? You criticized Elden Ring for being too open and getting lost in its vast open world and not knowing what to do, right? But now that Black Myth Wukong literally gives you point A to point fucking B instructions on how to do things, and you get lost in its linear world, you complain that it's what, too linear, and you get lost in its linearity? What the fuck is your problem? Nah, I like to own my stuff. I like to support. Not saying you don't, but
you don't feel like anything is special.
It is a game I want to buy.
You feel like you're lucky if you run into
Dude,
an entire area.
is Thanos in this game? Which game was Thanos
he's in
in?
a giant area and one piece of willpower, which is the upgrade material, and that's it. But why did they even make this fucking area? It doesn't serve a purpose. It's just an empty area. It's boring. And there's tons of things like that.
Oh my god.
It's
doesn't make sense.
boring.
It's
No, it's just too hard for you to play, and you
It's
can't
just
play it
really
because you
boring,
suck.
Okay? Now, here's the thing.
Again, this is the same fucking guy that thinks WWE fucking champions is worth $45K, bro. That WWE champions is worth going into massive credit card debt for. That WWE champions is worth scamming your audience and losing all fucking credibility, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Here's the thing. If I had sat around and I only played Black Myth Wukong for 2 weeks straight, which is likely what most gaming content creators did, probably it would have had more attention, attained more interest, more support, and people would have liked it more because I would have been hardcore getting into it. All right. And I did do that to some extent when it first came out, but then what happened?
Oh.
We want you on our show as a collab, right?
Oh
we want to do some
my God. Oh my fucking Jesus. It's either the detractors or it's side scrollers. Motherfucker, it is you, dumbass. It's you. I've never seen somebody so goddamn oblivious, right? Someone so fucking stupid. You understand that it's you, bro. It is you. If you were removed from the situation, they wouldn't be doing this stuff to you, right? It's you. You're the crux of the situation.
co-op gameplay. Oh, here's an interview opportunity. And with all these things happening, it threw my schedule for a loop. So essentially, this game is kind of like, I almost compare it to like how Baldur's Gate 3 was. This is the kind of game that maybe if you have insane amounts of time to dedicate to just playing this game and you play the hell out of it, you'll probably enjoy it more. That's not me anymore. Do you understand? Like one point in my life it was. Not anymore. Now I'm a variety guy. I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
Bro, he's so elite at WWE Champions, he literally can call up Scopely and say, hey, I need this done, and they fucking do it.
At all times now.
Dude,
I don't have
do you know how much clout you would have to have with a company to say, hey, I need this done, and they jump to your word? Dude, it would be amazing. It's like, hey, I need a new God of War game, and Sony jumps to it and puts it out next month, right? It's like, how? You have to spend quite a bit of money and be quite a bit of a douchebag to have that ability.
The opportunity to just sit down and play one game for 2-3 weeks straight to hyper focus
The
on
one
it.
thing I don't like is where my camera, or not my camera, but my light is. It drowns out my picture of Melania.
And play it to the end and enjoy it. I'm going to be taking breaks. I'm going to be swapping games around. And this game, sadly, is just not that kind of game. This game is like you have to play it
as
immediately
soon
from
as
start to
this
finish, and it just doesn't work when you break it up.
Rant is
You know?
over about
it's not that I'm
Black Myth
forgetting how to
Wukong.
play it. It's just that I go back and I'm like, I'm still in chapter 3. I'm still in chapter 3. To give you some perspective here, my playthrough ends at 24 hours of gameplay. It's 20 parts, but several parts are an hour and a half long. So it's about 24 hours of gameplay. I counted last night, 12 hours of gameplay. Half of my playthrough is chapter 3. What the fuck? What kind of pacing is that? It's called lack of pacing. It's called the director of the game didn't know how to direct the game, and instead he got lost in chapter.
Again, bro, you do this thing called give thousands of dollars to a mobile game that's literally just Candy Crush with sweaty JPEG men. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Chapter 3 and crammed an insane amount of content into it for no good reason. And it just makes the game so fucking boring, you lose your way and don't care about it anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. First, you end up seeing the snow area, or you're like, oh, it's really cool. Then you go to the prison, and the prison is a slog. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's confusing, it doesn't explain what you're supposed to be doing. It's a little different from the rest of the game. You finally get through the prison, you get back to the ice area, you're like, okay, this is cool again. But then you realize, what the hell? It just goes on and on and on and on, and it all looks the same, and it's all boring, and it's all confusing. And it's funny because I see people in the video comments saying stuff like, well, it's meant to be that way. So it's meant to be bad? I mean, you're
What? This guy is a retard. I'm
they're
sorry.
like justifying, well, it's meant to be that way. I don't know why you're complaining. Because it's boring. I'm not bored when I play a legacy dungeon in a FromSoft game. Ever. Like, never. All right? When I just played another Crab's Treasure, another Souls-like spinoff, I was never bored. Never bored playing it. I had a great time the entire game. Okay? I'm fucking bored to tears as soon as I hit chapter 3 of Wukong. That's a problem. It's a major issue. The combat is all right, but it becomes incredibly repetitive. The structure of the game, run around empty areas till you find a mini boss, is incredibly repetitive. The story is non-existent. The story doesn't even make sense. You're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. You can't. You basically have to go study Journey to the West and then try to apply the story of Journey to the West to this game to even interpret what the hell is going on.
What? You have to have pre-established knowledge to understand what's going on, or you could just pay attention from the beginning of the goddamn game, where it literally starts at the beginning of the Journey of the West story, dumbass. You stupid moron. Journey to the West starts with the Monkey King fighting against the gods and ultimately losing and being trapped under a mountain.
So, why do you think I maintained a 41 stream streak of support, but then it died yesterday? Because no one cares about Black Myth Wukong anymore. It's fucking boring.
Bro, but that's bullshit. If 12 hours of that stream was Black Myth Wukong Stage 3, and you've played Black Myth Wukong just in the last month, guess what, dumbass? Guess what, dumbass? It was profitable. You, my fucking moron.
There's no way I can make a game like that entertaining and fun. I can't. You're literally keep wandering in circles.
If you can't make a game about an anthropomorphic monkey that walks around beating the shit out of things with a giant staff and can transform into other entities and monsters and stuff fun, that's your fucking problem. That means you're a loser and don't understand commentary for one, and you don't understand how to be an entertainer. Bro, you sit there and be like, where do I go? What buttons? What is this? It's a joystick. This isn't an arcade button. Look, it's not working. I'm pressing the button. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're one of the most inept gamers I have ever fucking seen. You literally had to play God of War on easy mode. On easy, dude. On easy. Because you couldn't beat the fucking game on normal. It's not on easy. I'm gonna ban you if you don't stop saying it's on easy. Motherfucker, you were playing on easy.
Endlessly. It's so boring. Then I finally get to the boss, the final boss of the stage, and he's incredibly poorly designed. First, you fight a first phase. Okay, that's great. You beat the first phase, you go into a whole new area, and you're fighting a completely different boss. Okay? You beat that boss. Oh, wait, it's not done. Wait, what? No, we just want Chapter 3 to be over. No, it's not done. Welcome to Phase 3, where you got to do all this fucking platforming, climbing past these enemies, and then you got to fight the fucking boss another time, and it's even harder, and now there's a new element you never had to do before, blowing off super armor. No, fuck you. Fuck you. That's boring. I'm tired of this. I want to...
Change out the word boring with hard, and you get the proper picture. It's not boring, it's difficult, and he doesn't like facing adversity.
Make progress. When you play a video game, you want to feel like you're making progress. That is the #1 problem with Black Myth Wukong.
Shit.
You don't feel like you're making progress because the game is too open, boring, repetitive, and it's a slog. I don't feel like anything when I play a FromSoft game is a slog. I didn't feel like that with Lies of P. I didn't feel like...
Homeboy, there is a difference between FromSoft and this new studio. This new studio has the moniker of being a new fucking studio, you dumbass. And guess what FromSoft is? FromSoft is an industry leader in their genre. They defined their genre. They created a genre of video games that has become massively popular, right? That has become so popular that there is an entire medium of games that resemble their creation now. Dumbass, you're comparing an industry leader to somebody who just figured out how to make a sandwich. It's like I don't know, comparing a sandwich made by a 5-year-old to a sandwich made by a 30-year-old. Who's gonna make the better fucking sandwich? The child that just started making sandwiches? Or the 30-year-old that has made sandwiches for 3+ decades? He understands sandwiches analogies, right? I mean, come on. What the fuck is it, bro? Seriously.
With another Crab's Treasure. So it's sad that this game that's trying to do something a little different is actually quite boring compared to all of its other contemporaries. It really is. It actually is, to me, the most disappointing Souls-like I've played in years. Because it starts off strong with great graphics and such promise, and then it just fizzles the hell out in Chapter 3, and I just don't want to play it anymore. I don't see myself playing it.
Yeah, he just wants to cheese, and he can't figure out how to cheese a boss that has super armor.
Okay? By the time that I was playing Black Myth Wukong consistently, we got into it, I was down to only 300 viewers. I lost over half my audience because people.
Hold on, I have to pull some Hogans.
So what am I supposed to do about that exactly? Right? Nothing I can do. It's the game. So the streak ended yesterday. Message. Yeah, and it's because of the game, and that sucks. It really does. You know, working hard, getting hype, crushing the fucking detractors by hitting those goals every single stream, and then it fucking fizzles out because the game is boring. It's like, well, that fucking sucks ass. You know, I am sadly beholden to the content I'm putting out on a stream. If I'm doing an interesting interview, if I'm doing a fun collab, if I'm doing an appearance, if I'm doing a hype podcast with an interesting topic, that's cool. If I'm playing a game that started good and then fucking falls off a cliff, I can't make the game good again, right? I just can't. So it sucks. That's my final thoughts on the game. Starts off strong, has great promise, amazing graphics, but once you get to Chapter 3, the entire game falls off. It doesn't know what it wants. It's boring as shit.
It doesn't know what it wants. It doesn't know what it wants. Bitch, that is the most projected projection I've ever fucking heard. You don't know what you want. Black Myth Wukong is everything you criticized Elden Ring for being. Or the opposite of Elden Ring. You said Elden Ring was too open, it was too much, you didn't know what to do, and now they give you a more condensed version of that. That's literally point A to point B to point C, right? But you can't figure it out because it's too hard with super armor and a 3-stage boss. No, you're just a whiny bitch. Fuck.
As I'm telling everyone my thoughts about this in this chat yesterday, a lot of people say, you know, I didn't want to say nothing because it looked like you were liking the game. We all agree. We got past you.
Fizzling out, bro.
Repetitive. It's not fun to watch. It becomes boring to play.
It is, man.
And basically, someone in chat was like, yeah, I'm in Chapter 4. And Chapter 4 is literally just a bunch of repetitive caves that all look exactly the same, and you just fight spiders a million times. It's basically the snow stage only in a cave.
Fuck, I hate spiders. Spiders and snakes, man.
I was like, well, fuck this then. I'm not even going to waste my time on it, you know? That's just sad, because there was so much hype behind it, and to see it fizzle out like that,
bro,
it's just sad, you know?
Bro, 10 million players in its first week. Or in its first month or whatever it was. One of the fastest selling single player games. It has done numbers that fucking Spider-Man didn't even do these numbers, bro. Spider-Man didn't do 10 million in its first week. God of War didn't do 10 million in its first week or first month or whatever it was, but Black Myth Wukong did. And you're gonna sit here and say that it's fizzling out? No, busted ass Tom Selleck, it's you. Sitting up there with your fucking Goodwill Magnum PI 80s fucking t-shirt with your crooked ass fucking mustache, your busted ass eyebrows, sitting there with fucking balding hair, bro. Get your shit straight. Sitting up here criticizing something that has been a massive success for a brand new studio because you can't figure out how to beat a boss, bro. Well, you're sitting up here looking like a melted Tommy Dreamer statue. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's something wrong with this guy.
you know, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm done with Black Myth Wukong, and those are my final thoughts. Now, in regards to the streak,
bro, the PS5 Pro being $700 is basically pushing me to just get a PC. I mean, I have my laptop that works perfectly fine for games, but it's not really, you know, a full-fledged PC. And I mean, for what, $400, $500 more, you can get way more. Yeah, I want Sony to just make a PC storefront. Just make all my purchases cross-platform, right? And there you go. You're off to the races. But they would never. They would never.
yes, it is true. The King's streak of hitting this goal.
I'm hitting this goal.
All
oh,
right.
wait.
But
This goal.
then
My
it
camera's not
restarted
over
because
here,
last
it's over
night during the
here.
Street Fighter stream, we hit it again.
Yeah.
So,
Same. Dude, I can't believe how long this fucking Black Myth
we're going to
Wukong
restart
rant
it,
has
and
gone.
we're going to see if we can maintain. Today I'm playing a game that people have asked me to play for months, and it was donated to me to see me play it today. You would think that would mean that would motivate people.
Doing something one time is not a streak, dumbass. It would only be a streak if you hit it today. Come on, man. Philadelphia Collins.
To come by
That's a
today
name,
and
my
support the
dude.
stream. So I'm just going to say it right up front.
Shout out
Please
Trailer
support
Park
the stream.
Boys. It
Let's
is.
hit it. Let's get that streak going again. Because right now, 1 is not a streak. 2 is. So let's do it.
Then why do you
immediately.
have
Those
one
of you
up
who are
there?
here to chill and have fun, and you like the content, and you're upset that the streak ended yesterday, and you want to see it restart, and you want to see me keep crushing it every single stream, let's get it going. Please contribute to the stream. I will give you shout-outs.
This is why they
as you
took off
contribute. In fact, I'm
public
about to do shout-outs
dislikes.
right now because we're going to move on to our next topic, and obviously I want to
Dude, but I have hundreds of games on my PlayStation account. If they said, "Hey, we're going to do cross-play or cross-platform for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5 library games," right? Every game you have in your library for those 3 generations will cross over into your PC storefront, right? You get all of those and you can download them on your computer. Bro, I would instantly buy from their storefront, probably over Steam. But they won't do
finish
that.
this up first.
Because
Okay.
how awesome would it be just to like load up God of War 2 on your PC? And they could even make you sign the EULA or whatever that says you can't modify your product or whatever, dude. It would put them in competition with Microsoft almost instantaneously. Oh yeah, that's exactly
So,
why they took it off, bro.
Let's do it. First off,
Exactly why they took it off.
on the YouTube
As,
side of things,
as
Soul
Shinko would say,
Potato became a member
exactly,
this
honey,
morning. I
exactly.
really appreciate that. Thank you so much to Soul Potato, and thank you for, I believe it's, you know,
Oh,
he's been a
I
member
saw
for quite some
Shinko
time
came
and
back
just re-upping,
today. Big
so
ups,
thank you
bro.
for that. Okay.
Hopefully all is good with you.
Reina has done a super chat and says, "Phil, I'm a college student writing a case study paper. I'm hoping to interview you. I sent you an email. Let me know." I'll have to look. I didn't see any email from you, but most emails hit my spam folder because so many people email me with a bunch of bullshit. Not saying yours is bullshit. I'm just saying so many idiots email me a bunch of bullshit that my spam folder gets crazy with the amount of stuff it flags.
That was
I can take a look, but I'm just gonna be honest
went
with
down
you.
the wrong.
Right now,
the
I'm
wrong
so effing
nostril.
backlogged
Yes, oh, fuck.
with work, trying to get new games, trying to make consistent content, clipping my content every day. I got an interview this week.
They
and
really
I'm trying
are.
to line up more content.
But I can definitely. Oh shit. Okay, I'm good. But I can definitely see why people are saying that Sony's becoming way too much like Apple.
content. You know, soon the Kino Casino guys will be coming back by the end of
Okay.
September, and literally I'm going to be jumping into that.
Okay, there's something I want to watch real quick before we get into more Dale stuff. Noob. I heard his trailer dropped. Startled me a little bit.
Are you ready?
No, my boy went alone with the balls on this bitch. Look at him here under his legs, right? We see Havoc in the middle, and then we see all this army behind him. Look at this, all his army, right? In one lone Sub-Zero. The balls on my boy. Look at him.
I hope you are fond of chaos.
Do not try to make sense of it. Anything is possible in Havoc's domain.
Allow the Brotherhood of Chaos to help you on your way. Those who oppose anarchy, who revere order, will be eliminated.
You sound like Bihan.
Embrace chaos. Havoc filled my mind with his chaos. I have learned his thoughts, learned his combat.
This is what you are meant to do.
I am not allowed to desire a different future.
Your desires are not at issue. It is your methods for achieving them.
Havoc's will not be done.
The blood spilled today will be yours, not mine.
She's dead.
Your new attire suits you. It is as black as your heart.
Watch and learn, Kuai Li Yang. Finish him.
I've never been so excited for Noob since Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, bro. Nah, Deception when he came back with Smoke. I think I was the most excited for that one. Bro, if I could take a little thing from Angry Joe, that looked good. That looked very good. That looked very good. And I hope the story has more thought put into it than the main game story. The main game story was pretty milquetoast, by the numbers bullshit, right? It was typical Liu Kang versus Shang Tsung bullshit, right? Give us something new. And this looks to be something new, and I'm here for it. And if it's good, then great. But if it's bad, man, I think I might be done with MK story, bro. Not for Havoc. But yeah, fucking, they beat the shit out of my boy. They took Sub-Zero and turned him into Noob Saibot. And I mean, I'm not against Noob Saibot. As I said, I've been maining him since MK9. So I'm all for him being in the game. But at this point, there's no Sub-Zero. Who's Sub-Zero then? Is he going to be returned to normal at the end of the DLC? I mean, he seems to be a focal point character. So what's it going to be? Who's going to be Sub-Zero after him? I don't know. But I'm excited. I like the character design. I don't like the hat though. But they give you the UMK3 skin for him. So it is what it is. I like MK11 better than MK10, if I could be honest. I didn't like the what was it? The selecting of the what was it? God damn it. The types, fuck, I can't even think. I need to stop smoking so much. Oh, it's the variations, that's what it was. Bro, this right here is actually why I got the DLC pack. This right here, this fucking skin. Bro, this is the Sub-Zero skin that I want. I mean, the Noob Saibot looks clean, but I kind of wish he had the normal skin tone, right? But as I said, it is what it is, I guess. That's awesome. I like that they brought back animality.
A good homeboy.
No! No! Big ups, Chill Murray. Alright. Close out that one. Oh, God. Okay.
You need to start just throwing people in burning pits. You're foaming at the mouth. Evil ass motherfucker. Taser you, shoot you. I would kill these niggas. It's people like your ass that doesn't deserve to live. You deserve to be destroyed. Your soul deserves to be ascended. In the most brutal way possible. Bitch ass nigga.
You know, I bet if he switched from Utaro to Goro, right? And he used that slide and Goro's pop in, right? That pops them up. I think it's forward R1 is what it is, or just R1 or something. It's been a while since I've played Mortal Kombat. But Goro has this pop-up move, and I use it all the time with Sub-Zero's EX slide, right? It will let you combo off of it. It might work with Reiko.
I'll show no mercy.
Sunday, shut up with the 5 months.
I preferred the selecting of the special moves in MK11, if I'm being completely honest. I liked having a base moveset. I didn't care for the variations, right? But I really loved that Predator was in that game. I played Predator a lot.
Fight.
Hey, Maz, we got a non-sub asking you questions.
Jungle Hunter.
Order up on that nigga, please.
I think it was the Hish-Q10 and the Jungle Hunter. I used those two variations. God damn it, I can't talk. Blah 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 blah.
If you got, I'm complaining about comboing, you're just as dumb as your username is. It's about seeing the same combo sequences over and over again, dumb fuck.
He can't
Not about the comboing, dumbass. Look, same shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Row, 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 row.
Oh shit, hold
Probably
on.
another donation we're gonna have to ban. It didn't say anything because the broke ass nigga had the thing on. Look, same shit. Oh, whoa, row. Same old shit, bro. Hey, I ain't hear it, nigga. We ain't even hear your donation, bitch ass nigga. Give a fuck about your corny ass dono, you broke ass nigga. Type of mind control I got over you where I could force a nigga to pay me $5 to say something in my stream. I got all the power, bitch. Look, same combo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He did the same shit 2 times. He did the same shit 3 times in a row and ended it with a kick. Look. Bitch ass nigga. This nigga said, oh, kick. How is that skill? Like, anybody could do that. Wait, hold on. This nigga said with a VIP that says, yeah, watching you spam ninja stars, is it the same as watching someone spam strings? Are you dumb? VIP removed. Revoked. We got another dimwit here that doesn't understand the ethics of actual real fighting games. To when combos used to actually be something that was custom to the nigga who could do them. The fuck out of here, nigga. I don't give a fuck if you want sub either, bro. They got a rose cloak. You dumb niggas always expose yourself. I guess you got tired of subbing. I'm VIP. Next, it's gonna order up. See, your badges, I'll remove them one by one. See, when you got like badges, I'll basically start removing them one by one before we order up. Basically. For some reason, we have a broke-ass restreamer that thinks you make more money than low-tier God. Are you stupid? I'm never gonna show you receipts though. Keep thinking that, broke-ass nigga. All right, yeah, you make more money than a nigga with an actual name, a fan base, this or that or this. Okay, nigga. You know what? You make more money than me? If that's what you think, you know what? You do it, broke-ass nigga. The fuck out of here. Must be out your fucking mind, nigga. I'm never showing you receipts, though. You make more money than low-tier God. The fuck out of here, you fucking broke-ass restreaming bum. Show your face to these niggas. How about you show us your face? You won't do that, now will you? Because you'll be incriminating your pussy-ass self, you fucking bitch-ass nigga. Now keep sitting back watching my stream daily, you fucking broke-ass bum. These niggas fucking delusional. Why would a nigga that watches my stream daily, restreams my shit, think he could compete with me in any aspect of life? How stupid do you gotta be? Like are you fucking dumb? Captain, shut up for the 11 months. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop it. Like, stop saying that. Are you stupid? Like, what? It's impossible. I'm not even gonna get on here like act and start talking numbers. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. If a nigga wants to believe that, to feel better about themselves, look, we gonna let them. Fuck it. Let's help build a bum nigga's morality. Fuck it. I'm not gonna be the guy. I'm not gonna be the guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be the guy. A nigga with no face, no nothing that restreams my stream every day make more money or even equivalent or equal or even a small percentage of me. Okay, well all right. I guess that's how life works.
Yeah, in LTG's world, he's pretty much an internet celebrity, but he's not.
The dimwits that exist on Earth is just fucking hilarious to me, bro. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. You can't make this shit up. Just gotta fucking laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like arrogantly laugh at that. Not even a sex. It's not even a flex. You're a broke ass nigga, faceless on the internet, claiming to make money. Okay, well show us then. Show us the bag. Show us the whips, all the shit you're buying. Show your face. Show us the lifestyle, nigga. We want to see it. The fuck? Show us, nigga.
Even as a corpse, you're disappointed.
Show us the tax returns, all that shit. Show us the receipts, bro.
But you
You're
won't.
getting all this quote unquote money.
He
Show
is
us.
pressed, bro, and you can tell. But my dude, you're holding him to a standard that you're not willing to hold yourself to. That's not cool. That's not fair. So he has to show his tax returns. He has to show everything. But you don't have to show anything. You don't have to show anything. And people just have to believe you off your word. When you're a known liar, dude. I wonder.
To a faceless nobody. You tell me. For some scraps, like get his IP. Oh, that's possible? Oh, well, do me a favor and DM me that so we can figure that out.
Wait, what?
Sue him for what, nigga?
What? He's so mad he wants his docs, bro. He wants the IP address. What?
Get his IP? Oh, that's possible? Some scraps, like get his IP? Oh, that's possible? Oh, well, do me a favor and DM me that so we can figure that out. Sue him for what? Nigga, I'd spend more money trying to sue a faceless, worthless bum. It would be a waste of money. You'd have to basically sue Rumble, a subpoena Rumble or some corny shit. That broke ass nigga ain't doing shit. Faceless, not showing tax returns, no real receipts, just a bum ass nigga that does nothing with his life, waiting for me to go live 24/7. Whoever that is literally is a broke bum ass nigga. So what's the point even talking about them? Who cares? Let the broke ass nigga restream. Sloan, shut up for the 16 months.
Dot.
That nigga will never show his face, nothing, bro. Never in life.
But you won't show your tax returns.
That should give you all the answers you need to know. That should be end of story, end of discussion. All right? Niggas too pussy for all that. Just stop.
Wow.
I get caught in one more long sequence
Big
combo.
man.
I'm just gonna quit. Yep. I don't got the time for it. Yo, CGH Yuga with the motherfucking 10 gifted style?
With the 10 gifted though?
Oh. Shit. Hey, big salute. Appreciate you guys for pulling up to the authentic party. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is where the real shit actually is. Yeah. Gotta be a down badass nigga to watch a nigga through a screen hate watch it. But hey, look, I'm me. You aren't. Yeah. You gotta go back to OG timing. Handle business. And stop telling me what a broke nigga says. I'm on a completely different level than a faceless, worthless nobody. I'm me. The fuck? Not some NPC ass nigga.
But you are. You are. This is just delusional main character syndrome, bro. We're all random faceless NPCs while simultaneously being the main characters of our own life, bro. But that doesn't mean you're the main character of the total story. Get the fuck out of here. I can't stand this mindset. DSP has it too. You are not the be-all end-all of everything, right? You don't get to sit here and dictate to everyone else how life should be and then fucking lie about your own life and then demean others because they don't live up to your fictitious life. When you live in Section 8 fucking housing, dude. DSP likes to sit around here and tell us how we're all terrible, about how we're all this and about how we're all that. Well, his ceiling is literally falling in. But we're getting felted. This dude's house is falling down around him. His light fixture literally fell off the ceiling. Fuck, dude. You guys are a bunch of goddamn delusional liars. But at least DSP has been proven to make the money. Dale, you're $125,000 in debt. You can't afford to pay Amazon the fucking bill you owe them. Yet you're gonna sit here and pretend like you make $45,000 a month? Fuck no, you don't. You don't. I can guarantee you probably make about as much as a minimum wage worker and you're barely scraping by. Barely. Subsisting off these people who you have to delude into giving you money. Because they believe this fake-ass lifestyle that you present yourself with. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. It's bullshit. And I can't stand these types of people, man.
You need to start just throwing people in burning pits.
You're foaming at the mouth.
Yeah, played it
Evil
again.
ass motherfucker.
Taser you, shoot you. I would kill these niggas.
Whoops. But, I mean, come on, man. It's not true. You aren't making $45,000 a month. You aren't living lavishly. You aren't earning more than everybody else. You're just not. And it's there. It's proof, dude. You can't pay your child support. Or won't. You're $120,000 in debt. You're either not paying your bills or you're lying to yourself and saying, oh, I'll catch it up later. I'll catch it up later. But that popularity is never coming back, bro. Whatever money you made in the past is in the past. It's not now. So, what is it? Are you rich or are you not? How do you have so much debt? Because I refuse to believe that somebody would gain that much debt in 2-3 years. It's a consistent, illiterate spending on shit you don't need, on frivolous clothes that you don't wear. I mean, come on. It has to be something.
It's people like your ass that doesn't.
Oh, not this. Not again. No!
PS5 family of products and accessories available. All right, here we go. You ready? So here it comes, everyone. The PS5 Pro console will be available this holiday at a manufacturer's. It's November 7th, by the way. It's coming up. At a suggested retail price of $699.99 USD. $699.99 GBP,
Lord.
which I don't. That's pounds, right?
Melt my fucking brain.
€799.99 and 119,980 rubles. No, excuse me, Japanese yen. Includes tax. Wait, what? No, it doesn't. What are they talking about? This is incorrect. This is supposed to say excludes tax. They have a typo on the block.
Oh my god. In Japan, they might have to include the total purchase price plus tax as a way to not misrepresent what actually is the cost. You're trying to apply American rules to Japanese currency, dumbass. Oh my fucking god.
Blog. That doesn't include tax. That's wrong. So they got to fix that. That's a huge typo right there. People are going to think, oh, that
Big
price tag
birds.
includes tax. Like, for example,
Big Birds, you know, next week.
I bought the PlayStation 5 Pro. I can't pay my bills. I don't know how I'm gonna feed my horse. Jasper's out of cat litter, and I can't afford his blood work. Look, guys, hold on. I need to go grab the paper with the crayon on it that explains my business. Please give me money.
Get the fuck out of here, Dave.
Washington State, our sales tax
Ronnie
is 10%.
Dublin.
So actually, if I wanted to buy it, it'd be like $770
Hello.
or $780. Okay. It will include a 2 terabyte SSD. That's okay. Like, that's what my PC had at start, but I've already gotten an expansion to more than double that. A DualSense wireless controller and a copy of Astro's Playroom pre-installed. Wait, hold on a second. Astro's Playroom? You mean they're not going to include the real game Astrobot? They're going to give you the mini game that's from the launch of PS5 instead? That's incredibly lame.
Oh
How lame is that?
my god, bro. It's just so they can figure out how to use the controller. It's not even an actual game. I mean, it's a game, air quotes, game, right? But it's really just a tech demo to show you what the controller can do. Come on, bro.
They're not going to freaking...
Oh, you did, Ronnie Blaze? Big
the
ups,
real
man.
Game. They're going to give you the taste of the game
Man.
that's like 4 hours long.
You should pull a DS Karen and call him and be like, hey, my game was supposed to be here yesterday. Now I demand Amazon credits or you're fired.
It's a ripoff. I mean, they should give you Astrobot for free. For that price tag, you should be getting a real game for free. That's bullshit, in my opinion. PS5 Pro is available at a diskless console with the option to purchase the currently available disc drive for PS5 separately. How much is the disc drive? $100? I think it was 80, right? 79. Is it $79.99, the disc drive?
Why does it matter?
I'm
Most
being
people
told
don't need the disc drive.
this price here, the Japanese price, does include sales tax and the others don't.
Yes.
So this is misleading.
No,
When
it
you say
isn't.
includes tax, it sounds like you're saying all of these include
No.
tax. They need to break
No.
that out and make...
No, it's in brackets, dumbass. It's independent of the totality of the sentence, and is solely in reference to the Japanese currency because it only occurs after the Japanese currency. It's all separated. Bro, are you retarded? It's clearly solely in reference to the Japanese currency.
this separate a statement, or else it's completely misleading. That's false advertising right there. Anyway, so you have to buy the disk drive separately, and how much is it? Like $80 or something like that, right?
But why does it matter?
Only the U.S. doesn't include the tax. Oh. PS5 Pro will launch November 7th. It will be available at participating retailers and directly from PlayStation at direct.playstation.com.
I bought my PS5 directly from PlayStation because it came with a free 2-year warranty.
Pre-orders begin on September 26th. And then here's their PR babble that you don't need to read because it's just, it came out of someone's butthole. Okay? All right, well, they're trying to play catch up with PC. Okay? But I'm going to say exactly the same thing. All right? That I said when this was announced months ago as a rumor. Okay? This console, just because you're going to have better hardware, does not mean that you're going to get better performance out of new release games at all. This is reliant on the game developer implementing the hardware. Because to be quite frank, the hardware of the PS5 is great. I have played games on PS5 that run silky smooth 60 frames, great graphical quality, tons of detail, and then there's other games that can't even hang and they run at a chugging 30 frames per second and look like shit. It's the same hardware. So you can't blame the console, you got to blame the game devs. You understand? In this case, just because they put even better hardware in there doesn't mean it's going to live up to the expectations of what people want out of it or that game devs are going to actually take advantage of this. In fact, my question is, how many game devs are going to be like, well, now we want to have a special development team and mode just for PS5 Pro, right? I would argue for the Sony specific games, sure. In fact, the games they literally listed here, okay? But, Demon Souls, where's it? Gran Turismo 7, right? Horizon Forbidden West, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Ratchet and Clank, and Last of Us Part 2 are all Sony specific titles. Those make sense. There's a few third-party titles that said they're going to work on it. But my question is, moving forward, are these companies going to care? Right? Are they going to put all the time and extra effort in to get this implemented or not? Or are they just going to say, meh, it's there, but we don't really care, right? Especially these companies who are making their games cross-platform from the get-go. Are they going to really give a shit?
About what?
Again,
I missed it.
The PS5 claimed everything was going to be 4K 60 frames. There's literally nothing on PS5 that's 4K 60 frames. Like, nothing. Okay? It's a lie. They outright lied at the launch of the console, saying you're going to get performance that literally no games gave you whatsoever. You can either play 1080p 60 frames in some cases, others it's only 30, or you can play 4K 30 frames. And then the box, people were even saying in the chat, the box of PS5, base PS5 says 8K, and nothing renders at 8K on it whatsoever. It's a complete lie. So, do you have any confidence that this console will be fully utilized? Okay? For the price, $699 plus tax, depending on where you live. Oh, by the way, if you want a disc-based console, you got to spend about another $100 to get the add-on drive. Oh, by the way, if you want it to stand vertically, it doesn't come with the stand. Oh, by the way, unlike Xbox, they still don't have a Game Pass-like system. So if you were
Bullshit. They have PlayStation Plus Premium that literally gives you a Game Plus like a Game Pass like catalog where you get free games every month. You get a catalog of games you can download for the purchase price of the service, and you get cloud gaming. You get all of it. That's a lie, Phil. That is a goddamn lie. I have it. I'm in it right fucking now. I am in it right now. Hold on, I clicked the wrong one. I am in it right now. I am in it right fucking now. Oh, not that. We are going to debunk him right now. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right there. Right there. Boom. I can download The Witcher or stream it. Okay, I own The Witcher, but here, let's go to this game, Quidditch, a brand new game that just came out. I can get it right now. What the fuck is he talking about? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? And there's catalogs. There's literally game catalogs, collection. God damn it. There's collections right here, bro. Collections. All games you can just download right now. Look, I don't own this game. I can download it right now and play it. Look, this is a brand new game that came out, or it was a new game 2 years ago, but this is a high profile game that you get for free, right? Look, you get entire catalogs of remasters, classic games, all games you can play right now. He's fucking lying. What do you mean they don't have a competitor to Game Pass? They don't have a competitor to Game Pass on PC. Because Game Pass is already on PC. It would be a losing effort for them. And certainly they could do it, and it's probably gonna happen sooner or later, but at the moment, this is what they have. And you can literally play this over your phone, wherever you are, as long as you have a strong enough internet connection. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. It's bullshit. And I'm sorry.
If today's announcement was this.
I'm sorry.
PS5 Pro for $699. Crazy price tag for a console, right? But we're also launching our own service that's basically Sony Game Pass, where you're going to get all these first-party Sony titles for $20 a month, ongoing subscription fee. You don't ever have to buy a game ever again. Just get the pass and get the console, and you're good to go.
What?
I'd be like, sold. You just put the butts in the seat.
You stupid motherfucker. That literally bankrupted Microsoft. You dumbass. Game Pass bankrupted Microsoft. Because when they put day and date Halo on Game Pass, nobody bought it. Nobody wanted to buy the physical copies. Because they could just get it for free on Game Pass. Game Pass killed Microsoft exclusivity. Right? Because nobody wanted to buy the game when they could just get it on Game Pass. You're fucking wrong again. Again.
Seats. That's all people want. But you're now asking people who already have PlayStation 5s, because they are the leader in the console business right now, besides Switch, which isn't really the direct apples to oranges comparison. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, they're leading. They've destroyed Xbox this console gen. So everyone who wants a PS5 has one, right? You're expecting people who already dropped that money on the PS5 to now drop $700 plus tax, plus more money if they want a disc drive, plus more money if they want to stand, to now spend.
You don't have to buy the PlayStation 5 Pro. You don't have to buy anything, moron. What is this insistence on, they're asking you to buy? No, they're not. They're putting the product out there and they're saying, hey, this is available if you want it. Buy it or don't. Show me where anybody receives an invoice from a company demanding they buy their product. Have you guys ever in your life received an invoice for a brand new product that you didn't purchase, that you had no interest in, or didn't give the okay to buy, right? And the company just randomly shows up at your house one day with the PlayStation 5 Pro, says, here's this, and takes your bank card and says, we're taking the money, and you have no choice. Bro, it's an option. You don't need it. Just like you don't need the PlayStation 5 Slim, right? I have my base PS5. I didn't buy the Slim. At what point is Sony going to break into my house, take my credit cards and my debit cards and say, we're purchasing PS5 Pros on your shit. Give us your money. They're just not doing that. So why are you acting that way? This is fucking bullshit, dude. Nobody's saying you have to buy this. It's an option if you want it. Me personally, I see the $700 price tag and I'm like, well, I'm just going to get a PC at this point. Right? Because for the amount they're asking, a console is too restrictive. Right? My laptop can do everything my PS5 can do, and it costs the same amount. But I can also stream from my PC. I can watch videos. I can record. I can edit. I can do everything on it. And the PS5 literally can do all of those things at a remedial level. It's just becoming a PC at this point. And that's why I want Sony to make their own storefront.
And $70 plus tax for each game coming out after the fact. Oh, and you better hope the game devs implemented all the stuff we just mentioned, because they might not, and it might still run like shit.
But bro, if they give you a console, right, that can run 120 frames of Spider-Man 2, right, to whereas the PS5 base console can only run Spider-Man at 60 frames, 1080p, it's not a big difference, but for some people, they're going to want Spider-Man at 4K. I know I misspoke and I said 1080p, but what if the PS5 Pro can play games at 4K at 60 frames a second, and then 1080p 120 frames a second? Some people want that. Some people think that's worth it. You don't. So stick with your base PS5 and shut the fuck up. I'm so sick of people thinking, oh, I just have to complain. No, dumb. Vote with your wallet. Don't like the way Star Wars is going? Don't watch it and stop paying for Disney Plus. Don't buy the merchandise and it will stop. You don't like the way Marvel is going? Stop watching the MCU. You don't like the way DC is writing its comic books? Stop buying its comic books. You don't like the way the game industry is going? Stop buying the games. It's your money. It's your vote, literally. Your vote on if the product is worth your time. And if it isn't worth your time, don't give the company your fucking money. You're not the company isn't entitled to your money the same way Phil isn't entitled to his audience's money. Right? And it just shows how singularly focused Phil is. That he thinks that just because a company puts something out that they are demanding your money. Phil, Sony is not Darkside Phil. They're not Burnell Productions, okay? Exactly. He is Ronnie the Blaze.
Somehow here, Sony lost the script. They did.
What?
They've lost the script. And I think it's...
Bro, I showed that you're wrong. I showed that you're full of shit. I literally pulled up PlayStation Premium that has catalogs of games. Free games that you can download monthly. A whole catalog of free games that come at the cost of the purchase price of the service. The same as Game Pass. The only difference is it's locked to their console because Sony, until recently, hasn't really been focused on PC. They've been focused on their console. And I'm sorry, if we take a look at the numbers and we bust it down to brass tacks, Sony was right. Sony was right. They needed to focus on building their first-party properties before they decided to go into a new market. And, I mean, it's the most perfect example. You guys remember in Resurrection F when Frieza rushed to fight Goku and Vegeta because he obtained the golden form? Microsoft obtained the golden form, but didn't figure out that they needed to supplement that golden form with knowledge, with IP, to back that to back that service, and they had nothing but Halo and Gears. Bro, they rushed to fight Sony like Frieza rushed to fight Goku and Vegeta. And he got his ass blasted. And what happened to Microsoft? They got fucking destroyed by both Nintendo and Sony. They are the last in line in perpetuity. Like, They struck gold with Game Pass, but they didn't understand that the success that they had was fleeting. Like you don't understand that the success you're having is fleeting, and it won't be there forever, but you think it will be. And you're literally saying that it will change your life.
Because now they've been in the lead for 2 console gens. They don't feel like they really have major competition. So they think
it really did once Microsoft realized that they were losing money, right? And everybody likes to say, "Oh, it was making money." I think Microsoft was spending like $250 million to keep properties on Game Pass. It was losing them money. And I think that was what, monthly? They were spending billions of dollars, or quarterly, excuse me. They were spending billions of dollars trying to make Game Pass a success, and it literally bankrupted the division to where they're dependent on multi-platform games now. And it's not like, oh, they're dependent on Square Enix or EA. No, they're dependent on other platforms to stay relevant. They're literally the Sega of the modern gaming world.
Around and do dumb stuff, and no one's really going to hold them accountable. I saw monstrous amounts of negativity on social media this morning about this announcement. People were like, "Oh, it sounds good," and then when they said $6.99, people were like, "Are you crazy?" $6.99 in a world market where everyone is now suffering from mass inflation, prices are way up on everything worldwide, and all you're selling us on is possibly a little bit more detail, possibly a little bit better lighting, maybe a little bit faster loading, and maybe we'll get 60 frames at 4K, which most people are not using. Most people are still doing 1080p. They don't even know what resolution they're playing games on. They just let everything auto adjust. So it doesn't. What they're selling you here isn't in demand right now. You want to know who wants ray tracing, better loading, more detail? PC owners. They're the ones. If you really want that, you go buy a PC. What they're trying to push is that PC performance in a console, but the game developers don't develop the games for console to implement these features. They have the PC versions implement these features. So it doesn't make sense. They're selling to an audience that doesn't exist. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that people aren't going to go and get this. They are, because there's those people who are these early adopter crazies who must have every piece of tech. There will be pre-orders out the butt. I wouldn't be shocked if this doesn't sell out just like original PS5 does, okay? But I don't feel like this is going to be a long-term success for Sony. I don't think that the games are going to be implemented that well on it at all. And like for me, people say, well, are you going to get it? Well, I mean, honestly, what am I going to be playing on PS5? Well, right now I'm playing Astrobot, and that runs beautifully right now on my PS5. I don't need a PS5 Pro to run Astrobot any better. I don't care about 4K, 120 hertz Astrobot. You know what I'm saying? What other exclusives are coming out? This year, just this year alone, what PlayStation 5 exclusives are coming out? Hold on. Let's see.
Damn, those dogs were going fucking crazy bonkers out there, bro.
Beep, boop.
None.
None.
In fact, the only good exclusives are basically Xbox. Like, Xbox is going to have, well, Flight Sim will be cross-platform with Xbox as well as PC.
No.
Same thing with Indie.
None of those games are exclusive. Timed exclusivity is not an exclusive. All of those games are going multi-platform according to Microsoft themselves. They're multi-platform games now. They are a multi-platform studio. They're even considering bringing over Halo and Gears to other platforms. It's over for Microsoft. Just stop. Sony won. Sony was right. Their business practices might be shit right now because they are just so far ahead of their contemporary, right? But Sony's day's coming. Their reckoning is coming. But to sit here and act like Microsoft is doing anything better than Sony is just, for one, it's wrong. And two, a guy with a business degree can't see that Sony is the de facto leader, right? I mean, come on. Right, bro?
Indiana Jones,
I agree.
right? It'll be cross-platform. They're all cross-platform. Like, there's literally
no
absolutely
exclusives.
no Sony exclusives coming out. So why exactly do you need the PS5 Pro right now?
Oh my fucking god.
If they were announcing
what is that fucking face, bro?
So why exactly do you
what
need
was that
the PS5
fucking
Pro right
face? What was that fucking face?
If they were announcing, oh, PS5
Bro, why do you need an Xbox? Why do you need an Xbox when every single Xbox game is eventually coming to PlayStation? Why do you need an Xbox when every single Xbox game is on PC? Sony doesn't need anything because they don't need anything right now. And don't get me wrong, I would love Sony to get the fucking stick out of their ass and actually make some fucking games, but to sit here and act like Microsoft is doing it better when they're flailing around at the end of their life, right? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Pro's coming out.
Idiot.
And the new God of War will be out this fall, right? Or, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we're finally making Bloodborne in full 1080p 60 frame glory or 4K 30 frame on PS5 Pro. Holy shit, people would want PS5 Pro right away. but you haven't given any incentive for someone to want this console, and you've got an exorbitantly high price for it. So it doesn't make sense. But as
Lord.
smart as we're being about this, because we're being very critical of it, I guarantee you this thing will sell out. Right? I could be wrong, but I bet it's
and that's what he's doing. He's just making stupid faces and literally watching himself in the fucking OBS recording, bro. It's pathetic. It's complete narcissism.
sell out. I bet it's going to sell out anyway because of these crazy ass early adopters and scalpers who think that they're going to be able to sell it.
Boo-hoo. It's the scalpers.
You know what I mean? I guess we'll find out. So for me, like you asked me, well, Phil, are you going to get a PS5 Pro? I'll tell you right now, I'm not dropping $700 on PS5 Pro. No.
He can't afford it.
If at some point, you know, it becomes possible where it's easier to get or it's cheaper or I don't know. Like someone already suggested, Phil, this is a perfect thing. The first thing to put on Throne. You should put PS5 Pro on Throne. And I was like, I don't think it would work. Like, I don't think they're going to have it listed there. It's going to be pre-ordered out the ass everywhere. So they're not going to have something like that on Throne. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I want it at all.
Yeah, I got gifted a
just don't
few
think that
cool
I want it.
things.
I think that,
You know?
I have a gaming PC. I'm going to play the vast majority of games.
You guys
on
have been
PC. When there
really
is a
giving
Sony
me all this
exclusive,
cool
I'll play it
stuff
on my standard
lately.
PS5. I don't see the reason to drop $700+ to play a small handful of games a year, slightly better performance on PS5 Pro. I just don't see the value there. Okay. And again, the way I see it is the people who want those features already have them because they already bought a gaming PC. If you're looking for 120 frames, 120 hertz, right? If you're looking for full 4K 60 frames, you already bought a gaming PC. You understood consoles can't do it.
Dude, there were certain games that were already doing 120 frames a second with ray tracing on the base PS5. Dude, what the actual fuck are you talking about? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart literally ran at, 30 frames a second with ray tracing or 60 frames 1080p without ray tracing? Come on, dude. You're talking out of your ass.
Have your gaming PC, why are you now going to go drop $700+ on PS5 Pro? It doesn't make sense, you know?
Because it's
So
an
for
option.
me, I mean,
an
it's
option.
without dropping a ton of money or breaking. I don't see a
I'm
reason
done
to
with
have. They
this
said it goes
segment.
on pre-orders at this. Maybe it's European. Like, I'm very skeptical about this thing. I have one tip to shout out here. Hold on, let me take a look.
Oh, is that what it
Nipple
is?
Liquid 12
Holy
tip the dollar.
shit.
What a disgusting name. But thank you for the dollar. So
That's
where we are right
a
now,
lot
guys.
of
Now, We have
improvement.
some time for open Q&A and for shout outs if people contribute.
Bro,
Number
just
one,
go into the
thank you guys for hanging
game.
out with me on the show. I hope that you're enjoying it.
Stop
All right,
stalling.
thank you so much for the super chats this morning because I got a super ton of super chats this morning. We have over
Exactly, Ronnie Blaze. So the PS5 isn't worth it, but WWE Champions is worth $40,000. WWE Champions was worth going into massive credit card debt. WWE Champions was worth ruining your life. But $700 for a PS5 Pro is too much. There's no value in it. Can you explain the currency rate for a Sweaty Hogan JPEG? How much do you get on return for that investment? Exactly, dude. I can't believe it either.
650 viewers on the podcast. Thank you. I had no idea how many people we had. Thanks for joining me today. We have 166 likes with over 600 viewers. Let's hit 200 likes right now. Please like the stream. Let's get that engagement going. Let's basically stick it to the fucking detractors who've been downloading all my content for 2 straight days.
I should have did
like
that
the stream.
last
It's
night.
free and easy
to
do. Outside of that, please support the
Shit.
stream. I want to get the King
was
streak
gonna-
going again.
well,
We did
I was
regain it
gonna
last
buy
night, but we gotta
the,
get that momentum back. So please tip
what was
today.
it? Fucking,
Let's get it going. Let's get some tips in. Let's fill the King's coffers.
Space
Let's
Marine
get that
2
momentum back,
today.
shall we? Okay.
But I forgot to buy
Cool.
it before
So,
the stream and download
what do you guys want
it.
to talk about? Please tag me in the chat. And
He didn't sell the account, bro. He didn't. He no way he had that much of a working relationship with Scopely that they would go through and change his name only for him to sell the account. No way. No way. Unless Scopely is the one that facilitated the sale. But how would they do that? Nobody better fucking donate that. Nobody better donate a fucking PS5 Pro to Phil's
Let
dumbass.
me know what you want to talk about today. I'm interested in what the hot topics are of discussion. All right? Let's see what you guys want to discuss. Go ahead. So I'm being told the DualSense controller's price has been sneak increased from $69.99 to $74.99. I would never spend that. I wait for them to go on sale. Like every Black Friday, you could get them for like $40, and that's when I've gotten one. Like I got that one last year.
That's when I'm gonna buy
Black
another
Friday,
one.
$5. I mean, I like to go on their show and hang out. It seems better to buy these. I don't know for supporting the channel. Never asked for anything.
Look at him. He's double hand begging, bro.
Again, but here we have. Oh, he says you wear many different hats and you do it well.
He's
Gotcha.
sweating, dude. Look at him. He's rubbing that little piece of cloth on his head, bro. He's sweating.
I don't know if you noticed. You wear many different hats and you do it well. Gotcha. That's set up. So
No, you don't.
Basically playing like this.
You
like,
struggle to
like
wear
keyboard
one.
This here, games on your desk, sit your desk.
You can't even wear a crown.
You the tips, but the bat. If you actually want a 30, I'll get
I think we might just go live here.
one who's tipped a bunch of $1 today, and you tipped me like 5 times. One point. The point of $1 because they can only afford something about something I'm not going to say because I've never used Ed at all. I never selected the character Ed. I know about fighting against Ed, but I don't know how about playing as Ed.
No. I think it was a bunched up cloth.
Number 1 T Gravy Z fan did a super chat. He's talking about LTG's penis. I'm not kidding you. He's talking about LTG's penis. Like, why are you talking about LTG's penis? This is fucking weird, dude. That's bizarre. Why would you talk about a streamer's dick? Like, stop. It's fucking odd. Really,
bro, you talk about shit and piss. You talk about dicks and balls all the time. What are you talking about?
Just stop. Oh. Anyway, let's get him on the leaderboard. Very bizarre.
It's so
It's
bizarre.
weird how people like fixate and infatuate on things, right? Like LTG, we talked about him yesterday, right? It was a fun topic to go over.
Here we
and
go.
that's that. Now people today are like, well, did you
Here
know that
we
he reacted? Are
go.
you gonna watch his reaction? No. Why would I? Why would I care? Maybe eventually I'll get to it again. Today we had topics to talk about. PS5 Pro is the big one. You really think that LTG is more important than that? No, of course not. LTG is the topic I cover on a slow day when there's nothing going on and I'm bored. Then I'll pull that out of the dusty vault, right? I'm not talking about him every day. Who gives a shit, right? So I don't.
Did he just admit that he pulled LTG out of his ass because he had nothing else? So what you're admitting to is creating drama because you had nothing else to do. You're turning into Keemstar.
Obsess about the guy or anything.
Let's
I wouldn't want
get
to talk about him nonstop,
right
but some people do.
into the
It's
begging.
really weird, right? Anyway,
dude, look at how bad that hairline is receding. It's all attacks from the left side, right? The right side over here is defending pretty well, but the left side is being taken for a ride, bro. Who? Oh my god, at least brush the hair so it looks like a line, bro. You can tell where your hairline is receding and where it's starting to pull into your scalp, bro. Get your shit fixed. It's a war map,
here
right?
we go. He did it again. He did another super chat. He says, have you seen a video of LTG in the shower? No, but I get the feeling that you play that on loop. Like on all day on your devices, right?
Bro, you guys,
right?
what was that?
The amount you talk
Risk.
about him,
The game Risk. That's what it is. It's the map of Risk.
that vibe from it. Like, seriously.
I didn't want that one.
Blended
I wanted this one.
says, am I still considering Fightcade?
Oh, no,
He heard my reasons for not doing it, but no other streamer has ever given those reasons. No other streamer is as harassed as I am.
No one's as
No lie.
harassed
No
as
other
me.
streamer has had employees of their ISP be a detractor of theirs and sit there
I
hitting reset
still
on their
don't
modem
believe
during
that,
streams
bro.
and changing their modem
I
settings to be
really
insulting
still
things about
don't believe
themselves and their
that.
family. That's literally never happened before until me. I'm the first.
I still don't
So
believe
I would be the
that,
first
bro.
person to play on Fightcade, and somehow my detractors reverse engineer the way it works to get my IP address and start DDoS attacking me. Like, I would be the first person that would happen to. So that's why I know I'm
He's
not
just
going to be doing
utterly
it, okay?
paranoid. He's just
Okay.
hopelessly and ridiculously paranoid about every fucking thing that goes
I
on.
received
in
a
his life.
$5 tip from SOF916. He says, "Hey, $2 or more, get your message read is a good idea. Remember to update your Nightbot and support thing to say that then." I mean, good point.
What?
It's not that, like, if someone wanted to support with a $1 tip, I wouldn't deny
Wait,
it,
is this
but I would
motherfucker
basically say I'm just not
actually
gonna read the
saying,
message
"Oh,
unless
I'm
it's
just
$5,"
gonna,
right?
I'm just
I
gonna
guess you
start
could do that, but
putting
let's
a
think about
limit
it. I don't want to make a
on the
knee-jerk
amount?"
change like that without thinking about it heavily and conferring with the audience. Hi, Jasper. Hi, buddy. Jasper Kitty's in here again.
And Jasper Kitty is in here again.
Jasper, why don't you jump on the chair? Come on up here and say hello. Everyone wants to see you. Come on up on my lap, or come up on the chair.
Come up on my
Come on
lap.
up here. Come on up, buddy. Yeah, come on up.
If
Everyone
only
wants to
Kat
see you.
has heard that, she wouldn't be the
I think
size
it's
of
'cause the
4
new setup is
people.
kind of throwing him for a loop. He's not used to this new setup. I want you to come up here,
Bro,
buddy.
the cat doesn't even
Jasper Kitty.
fucking care.
You want to come up?
The
On
cat
the
doesn't
chair?
care.
Or on my lap?
You'll spend $400
Come on up and
on
hang out
wall
with me.
panels
Everyone wants to
for
see
your
you, Jasper.
stream, but I
He doesn't
can
wanna come out, he's
guarantee there's
staring.
not one scratch post in that house.
He's right here. You want to come up and hang out? Come on up. Here he comes. Come on up, buddy. There he is. Everyone misses you, Jasper. Everyone likes
He's
to
a
see you.
bitch.
You
is
haven't
what
been
he
on
is,
stream for a
bro.
bit. I coaxed him up here. Here he is.
All right.
Everyone
I'm kind
misses
of
the
tired of
Jasper
having
Kitty.
my hair up.
So, you know, again, the other day, I was showing you this thing Throne, right? Honestly, I think a good use of Throne could be if you guys ever wanted to donate something for Jasper Kitty, right? Because he's been part of my life for over 5+ years. You've seen him on streams, but I've never had any ability for you guys to do anything like for Jasper. But maybe I should put treats or toys or something on there.
Bro,
and then I
why
could have him
can't
come
you
in
buy
here on the
that shit?
podcast, and I could give that stuff to him.
Why can't
While
you
he's on
buy
the
that?
streams, right? Like, I'd be okay with that. But that's up to you guys. Would anyone be interested if I set up my Throne account to have stuff for just for Jasper Kitty? Let me
Bro,
know.
get the fuck out of here, man.
Would you guys like it if I set it up so you can buy shit for my cat?
Let me know if you're interested. Okay? Oh, his tail right in my face.
He has no priorities. It's what can get me to the most Hogan
here.
polls.
Am I going to learn about Space Marine lore? I have no idea.
No, he isn't. Bro, he couldn't even figure out who the characters were in the Astrobot game.
He's like, who's this guy? Oh, it's Ryu.
So open this, I bet Jasper will get more stuff than Phil.
It's Ryu, guys.
Maybe. But I think the way Throne works, I have to add the stuff, right? Like, I have to pick stuff I know he would like and add it, and then you
Bro.
can get it for him if you wanted.
Bro,
I
the
think
cat
that's how it
doesn't
works,
like
right?
specific things.
I don't
They
think you
just
can
want
just,
scratch
get
posts.
something. I
They
have
want
to
a
add it to the
place to
list,
like
correct?
dig and
Maybe what I'll do
crawl.
is I'll start
They
taking
want to
a
be
look.
up really
Maybe I'll
high.
look
They
with
just
my
want
wife and
that
look and
kind
say,
of
what kind of
stuff.
would Jasper
They don't
like, and
want,
add
you
some
know,
stuff
oh,
on there
he
and see
needs
if anyone's interested in getting it for him.
the fucking
How old is Jasper? We don't know.
the blue bell
We wish we knew.
or
When we
cat
rescued
tree.
him,
No,
they
they don't give a
guessed
shit about that.
He was anywhere from 3 to 4 years old at that time, but they didn't know. So, I mean, he could be
Oh, you got me.
like 7, 8, but he could be like 9, 10, 11. Like, we don't know.
You don't
He
know
has
how
stuff that
old
we
your
don't know.
cat is?
The good news is
You've
we
never
have
had
no
their
signs
blood
showing that
taken.
he's getting
You've
older
never, ever,
or any
ever
kind of
had them.
problems there.
You've never had them
You know,
have
we
a
took him to the vet
checkup.
Earlier this year, it was because he had that urinary tract issue, and he got some antibiotics, and they checked.
He
him
had a
out, full
urinary
checkup, and they said he
infection,
looks
and you didn't
perfectly
let
good
them take
outside
his
for the
blood?
issue he was having. And since then, we changed his diet. He eats a different food now. That's for urinary problems, and he has not had it all year. So that was like February, and here we are in like September, and he hasn't had the problem at all year. So I think we've cleared up all his medical issues. It seems pretty good moving forward, which is excellent. You silly kitty. All right. Michelle did a $5 super chat and says, for Jasper's treats, if you're so inclined. Thank you very much. I'd like to get Michelle on the leaderboard, and I have tips to shout out as well. It's a little hard to do that with Jasper on my lap here.
I know. I don't like that he says Jasper Kitty either. It's Jasper.
Let's see if I can do it around Jasper. This is pretty funny. Can I do shout outs
super
around
funny.
Jasper Kitty? I have to look out for blockage. Yeah, trust me. We're keeping an eye on a lot of stuff. We have a really good vet now that's actually really close by and is not a rip-off vet like that other one I told you about last year. The vet we have now is a really good vet.
You mean the one that admitted
right
to committing like malpractice on you and tried to steal money
so
from
Caleb
you?
has tipped me
Get the fuck outta
$25.
here. He's
Says,
such a
enjoying the content overall.
dumbass.
Hopefully with the short work week you can recoup and come back ready to rumble. Have a great day, Phil and chat
Yep.
from Caleb.
So
Thank
it's
you,
a
Caleb.
girl's.
Caleb
That's
is
a
the person who
female
actually
cat
last
caller, bro.
night did the nice generous contribution that got the king streak going again. So thank you, Caleb. That's the biggest tip of the day. $25.
Yeah, thank you, Jade. I see that
That's
wheelchair money came in
55.
handy, huh?
And climbing. Thank you, Caleb. Jasper is licking my hand right now.
Gross.
You silly. He's licking my hand. You silly boy.
You shouldn't let a
How
cat
silly.
lick you, bro. They
All
clean
right,
their
excellent. Thank you,
paws
Caleb.
and
So
they
at least
go
now
in
we
their
will have
cat
learner
box,
classes
bro. Their
when we begin
saliva
with
is
Space
very,
Marine
very,
today.
very, very not good for human.
Let's see here.
Like, no.
I got a $1 tip. Someone saying go on Lolcow Live. Interestingly enough, since the Keemstar interview 2 weeks ago, I have not had any requests come in to appear in any Lolcow content at all. And I think a lot of people thought, oh, Keemstar's just going on Phil's show because he's going to try to get him on Lolcow Live. That literally hasn't happened. To everyone who said that, you know, I think you guys maybe kind of or maybe you just assumed something. And I don't blame you for assuming something.
You're
that he
really
would,
stupid
like,
and
not behave like
oblivious
that,
to
but
the
he
way
hasn't
life
at all.
works, bro.
You know, I mean, that's kind of stand-up behavior from him. That, you know, he was on my show, but he has not come back and said, hey, well, now be on my show because I was on yours. He hasn't done that. So,
Of course he hasn't. You've
I received
already
a $1
told
tip from
him
Snow
no.
Carl. If you increase the minimum to $2, why wouldn't we super chat instead? Then everyone can see the message in chat. That would be bad for you. No. No, because people tip because they tip. There's people who contribute in various ways because they want to contribute via that way. There's a lot of people that don't like contributing through YouTube. They don't like the idea that YouTube takes a giant cut of all contributions. So they prefer
you
to
don't
do it in a
like
different
that.
way when they know I
You
get
literally
more.
tell them,
And
Don't
tipping, I
give
definitely
me
get
a
more,
dollar.
you know?
Give
But,
me a
hey,
$1.30.
I accept contributions from everything. So
You
there
gotta
go.
pay the fees, bitch.
I received $1.25 tip from Angelo Bestia. Hope you're well. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm enjoying it. My cat Toast says hi to Jasper, laughing out loud. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the tip, Angelo Bestia. Okay. What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? And then T Gravies, again with a super chat. When's the last time you fed your cat? Fed him this morning. I filled this food. Actually, I gave him a treat this morning. I gave him a treat this morning. When I was eating breakfast, I always give him a wet liquid treat. It's one of those like, what's it called? What the heck is it called?
He's lying.
I can't remember, but it's like, like churu, like a churu treat. And it's like different taste that's flavored. So I gave him like a fishy one today. I think it was tuna or something like that. And then I filled his food bowl.
I really want to get a fight stick for this game.
Okay. No, Leroy Tyler already said. We did LTG yesterday.
No.
I wasn't going to waste time.
I got to get
again
Broly
today.
out of there.
I guess
Okay,
some people
good.
were saying he did respond. I don't give a shit.
You-
I really don't.
Yeah, because he said no.
Unless his response is, okay, I'll unban you on Twitter and we'll talk like men
Nope.
about something.
He
then I have
told
no-
you
I'm not
what
gonna
you.
waste time on him every day. And
Nah,
maybe I'll
bitch.
get to it in like a
Nah,
week when I have a slow day and
nah,
I'm bored.
no. We watched this before we started your stream, homie. You're lying. He told you you were worthless to him, and if you wanted his time, you had to pay him up front because he doesn't see the value and how much of a loser you are. And that's why you won't bring up his video, bro, because he dogged your ass again. He put you over his knee and he paddled your pig roach ass. And he's like, get the fuck away from me. You're a loser and you don't deserve my time. And if you want my time, you even want me to look in your direction, I need $5,000 from you. He put the brass tacks, he put his nuts on the table, bro, and you ran away like the little pig bitch that you are.
Maybe we'll waste time on LTG.
I ran away, but I wasn't afraid of him.
No fucking point, right? He's gonna keep acting like a clown, then I'll treat him like the clown he is.
Says the fucking clown.
All right, guys, let's end the show. Good show today. Good topics covered. Hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to see how
to 30
Space Marine 2 works out today here on stream. I'm excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. Thanks for chilling, and thanks for a great show. Keep in mind, I'm not here tomorrow.
Keep in mind, I'm not here tomorrow.
On Thursday, it's Marvel Day. So maybe I'll give a little bit of history of me playing the Marvel games and stuff. I'll talk about the old FGC days and shit like that.
Bro, don't nobody give a shit about that.
I cannot wait to jump at the Marvel vs. Capcom collection with all of you this coming Thursday, all day long. It's going to be very exciting. And I'm sure there'll be new topics to discuss and all kinds of stuff going on. So thank you for an excellent edition of the Level 1 podcast. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you have a great day tomorrow when I'm not here.
Bro, just get the fuck on with it, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
Thanks.
Stop stalling.
See you later.
What a bitch.
All right. So let's get set up quickly here, guys. And I am going to pee before we begin. Let's
oh, of course. Of course he got me with that.
Here.
Fuck you, Kriller.
Here I am. I have absolutely no clue where I need my camera for this game. I haven't even booted the game yet, to see the heads-up display or anything. So I'm probably
You didn't boot the game, bro. You didn't boot the fucking game.
Like I said, I'm gonna use the restroom. So what I think I'll do, I'll play you guys some funny
fucking
clips
God.
for a minute here.
How inept is this fucking guy?
Go. All right. And in the meantime, guys, thanks for the early support. Let's keep it rolling, please. Let's hit up the kid's goal. Let's keep the momentum going. We're already more than a third of the way there, so we got a good headway here. Please support the stream. Thank you in advance. I'll be right back in just a couple of minutes after I use the bathroom. Enjoy these clips, and then it's Warhammer time.
It's Warhammer time.
Bro, didn't even set up the audio. He didn't set up the audio. Okay, well, he's on break. You're gonna have to watch me fail through Dragon Ball FighterZ here. Okay, I guess it's in Japanese for some reason. I didn't know that. Aw, damn it. Oh yeah, sure. If you want to put that on, that's fine. No, no. Why do they always go after Broly? What did Broly do? What? Why didn't that work?
And walk one, here we are with the Hood Olympics, and we're gonna start off with the party draw. Daniel Phillips, Maddox Anderson, strong contestants here. Looking at these two lads, they both have the supply and reach to draw the finest female they can find. But the question is, can they find that distance under the pressure? We're gonna find out here today. Both experienced here, but there's no definitive winner I can see. Look at that form though, there he goes! And he finds her! And Maddox Anderson blows Derek Phillips out of the water. I know she's chuffed with that one. Look at her. She is really happy with that one. I know he'll be definitely getting some tonight. Well done. Moving on here, we have the nighttime phone snatching. 8,400 different phones taken over the course of 4 years. The notorious Joel Patterson, aka JP, definitely wants to start off nice and strong here. It's said that his performance levels drastically increase when operating within the London region. So we're going to see what he has to offer here. As you can see, the veteran is just sharpening that arm up, just to get that good grip on that phone. Yo. Yeah, I'm outside. I'm waiting.
What in the basketball American is he wearing?
And boom! There he goes! And he's off! He's absolutely gone! Yep, he's left him in the dust. This is what years and years of experience looks like. And here's the...
That's what he gets. That's what you get for going outside wearing Crocs, bro. You never know if you have to start booking it at any point in time. Why would you hinder yourself?
Right from the scene. And this guy is in the dust, in the mud, in the ground. That's another one for the collection.
Dude.
Now for the competitor and youngster, Kieran Thompson, also known as K2 Trappy, or Trap. The St. Lucian still has a long way to go in his career and just needs a few more robberies under his belt to finally upgrade.
We'll pick up in the Kid Boo match here in a minute, guys.
There could be an upset here.
Oh no, Disney's at my house already. You gotta stop.
And a fantastic grip pulls. He actually gets it. And look at the way he's flexing. This is a gold medal performance. That could cost him his right on his tail. Oh, and he gives up. He's gone. He's absolutely gone. An impeccable performance from the youngster. And welcome back to the Hood Olympics. We have Isaiah Brown and Derek Katemba, two fierce competitors who both have over 20 men on their blade, amounted to the same exact points for their respective teams. People, sit back, grab your popcorn, because this will be one to remember. They both look eyes. And here we go, the temperature's risen now. And they're off. Derek tried to throw the first blow. He misses.
It sounds like the birds from Finding Nemo when they hit the bay and they see the pelicans or the seagulls. Mine.
Isaiah attacks, he counter-attacks, but he misses as well. It's back and forth. It's great shimmy from the boys. Too close to call. Both have a great skill set. Isaiah lunges. Derek counters. What a great response from Derek. Can he hold it up? Can Isaiah respond? He can't. There's only one winner. There's only one winner.
What the fuck are these guys doing?
And that's a well-deserved goal for Derek Katemba. What an unbelievable show on display.
Nice.
He might just go down in history as the chingiest member on the planet. Fantastic.
He pulled the wings there at the end, sniffing the fingers, bro.
As you can see, the man are just warming up their body, as all of them are heavy chain smokers. 4 men, all hoping to work together to get that final gold for their country. It only takes just one to clinch the victory. But can they do it?
We've been hearing that more people are being murdered in London than New York.
It's not rare to see it on about every ship that we come in.
And it's a great opening for the two boys on the left. A slow start for the right, but they're off. But it doesn't look too promising. This guy does not want to get chinked today. He doesn't. And the two boys, they're right in front of him. They're touch tight, but they can't catch him. They're too slow. No gold medal for them tonight.
Is Jude gonna bust out Bruce Leroy fight skills? Oh, he got murked. Oh, he got murked.
And walk one. Here we are.
He got murked. His story ended right there and then. Alright. Let's see where DSP is with the 4K.
They're like, ah, shit, here we go again.
Vince or Triple H? We will certainly watch that because me personally, I think Triple H is starting to come into his own as a booker. He's been shown to be truly the only person that's come out of WWE that understands the business side as well as the entertainment side. Now, I'm not saying Vince didn't understand that for a while, but there came a point in time where the money started to overshadow the creativity for Vince. And I'm not saying he wasn't always, focused on money or monetarily driven the entirety of his career, right, running that business. But there was a time where it seemed like he genuinely cared about the content in which he was putting out. And then there came a time where it was just the money. The Rock did it at a point too, and that's when The Rock decided, oh, I'm just gonna go do movies. I don't really want to put my body on the line this way when I can make millions of dollars elsewhere for doing this exact same thing. And that's why he went and did what was that one movie where he dressed up in a tutu. Vin Diesel tried to do that same shit.
A computer with candles behind it.
It's aesthetic.
Talk about
moron.
mishmashing of technologies, right?
Or it's military, right? It's a military thing. So maybe having bright luminescent lights would give away your position to the enemy. And using candles creates less of light. Oh, fuck. It creates less light, dum-dum. It was a good movie. I thought it was funny. But yeah, I did miss the entire point of that video. I just thought it was funny, then snatching phones.
Xenos Tyranids. Early stage invasion.
Dude.
Bugs.
This shit seems ripped straight out of the 80s.
Project Aurora Present. What does that mean?
Dude, I love the aesthetic, man.
Access denied? What? Aurora strategic value. Absolute? Whoa.
It's like
urgent assistance required from nearby forces.
It's like, what if Star Wars was
Emit encrypted message.
What was that one movie with Harrison Ford?
Fitted to astropathic relay. Hailed of
They just did another one with Ryan Gosling. Blade Runner. That's what it is.
Watch Kill Team Primus.
The technology reminds me of No Fill Today. Nah, No Fill
Guys,
never.
let me know how the volume
All
sounds
Fill
in the
forever.
game. I'm not gonna know, obviously. It's a different new game here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like on YouTube and leave some comments. It will help tremendously this channel. Thank you.
I'm more curious about this game than I am about watching Phil, because I do want to buy this game and
For the
probably
record, I'm
play
playing
it
on my
tonight.
Xbox Elite 2 controller that I just received this last week. See how it works. Here they come. Yeah, he blew his head off right away. It's off like a chainsaw.
Oh, it's just straight balls to the table from the jump. beautiful.
Can they fly? I guess not. Right. Hidaku. Woo, looks pretty.
Kill team leader to squad. Box check. Repeat. Kill team leader to squad. Confirm Vox contact.
It's pretty graphics, everyone. It's definitely 120 frames. Look at the crash, death watch crash.
Damn it.
Press, register your mission status and objectives. What was that? This here? There it is. Reach. Okay. No ability, no data. Alright.
Hellstross, Alpha, I'm moving to the crash site. Do you read?
We will, but I want to launch this for the moment.
Look at them all down there.
I'm here, damn it.
Damn, look at that.
I'm here, damn it.
What are your orders? We proceed as planned. Launch the virus bomb into the stratosphere, detonate it, and watch the Tyranids die. The sight I will greatly enjoy.
But they can't hear him. He's supposed to be in charge, but they can't hear him. Yeah. I can't do anything right now. No buttons do anything. I can just walk. Graphics are great. Look at the detail, right? Pretty awesome detail. Well, okay, when you look up close, the leaves don't look that good, actually. Now that I'm looking at them up close. Frame rate's outstanding. Frame rate is like 120 hertz for me. You guys seeing 60 right now on stream?
I think this game looks great. Like, visually.
Just to confirm. So we're doing 1080p. Native, which means it's rendering it at what I want. It's not upscaling it. It's rendering it at full 1080p. I have the DLSS on for upscaling, okay? And this target is off. There's no target because I have it set to 120 FPS, see? My TV can't do more than 120, so there's no point in letting it go higher than that.
Higher than that?
So we
Higher
got
than
on 120.
that.
And in quality preset, see, ultra, ultra, high, 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 high. Like, everything's ultra and high. The only thing the game picked by default was cloth simulation of medium. But I don't know if that's really going to matter. But everything else is at as high as it can be. So this is completely maxed out right now at 1080p, 120 hertz. Just so everybody knows, okay?
What? Nobody cares but you. All right.
Graphics.
I think this game
Files
looks
wanna know
amazing,
that.
so I might actually pick it up so we can play it tonight. That one is done. That one is done.
Hey, 40. What's up, man? We about to win round 2, bro. We about to win, bro. Bro, like, it's about to be a whole new wave. The tides are turning, my friend. I'm telling you right now.
Bro, Kendrick Lamar fucking destroyed Drake, and it's not even close, bro. It's not even fucking close. It's not even close.
I hear you. You gotta hear some of these bars before I even get in the booth, bro. Check this out. You know how on that Not Like Us song, he was talking about some A minor. Yeah, right. I know. Remember that? I remember. They play it a lot. All right, so on my song, I got a bar like that, but instead of saying minor, I'm gonna say midget. I don't know. Fire, right? About we ain't gonna know what to do with that because I flipped the word. I think it's a bad. Like I don't like it. It's midget. No, it's a bad idea, Drake. Look, man, I'm sorry for yelling, man. I'm just tired.
It
of
really
the bad
is a
ideas,
bad
bro.
idea, but Drake is.
I like you better balls.
A bad artist.
What? Oh shit, Lil Wayne calling me. See, I told you I still had rapping friends. 40. I got Lil Wayne, Lil Yachty, Bubba Sparks. I'm back, baby. What's up, twin? Hey, shut the fuck up. Oh, what's wrong, Lil Wayne? I tell you what's wrong. The Super Bowl, bitch. That's what's wrong. Oh, shit, bro. I ain't even think about it. I could have put you on the song. That shit would have been fire. Me, you, and J. Cole. I'm not talking about doing no fucking song with you and J. Cole. Both of y'all looking like bananas in pajamas coming down the stairs when y'all collab and shit. The fuck I look like? Oh, I thought you talking about the biggest of Super Bowl. No, you dumbass almond milk latte with extra whipped cream ordering ass bitch. I'm talking about the fucking real Super Bowl that's coming here in 2025 to my city, New Orleans, the 504, and I'm not headlining because of your dumb ass. Hold on, what you mean because of me? I ain't performing. You absolutely right, you're not performing. Kendrick Lamar's performing. What? Your number 2 pencil that came to life looking ass heard me. The L you touch so big, it's fucking up my shit now. No, I was finna win. I was finna do a round 2. I was gonna beat her. Round 2. Ain't no fucking round 2s, you polished potato looking ass motherfucker. Lil Wayne, listen, I am so sorry. I didn't know this was gonna happen, bro. How the hell do you do? Bro, what you want? I'll get another tattoo, bro. I'm sorry. Bitch, your next 10 tattoos gotta be in me. Matter of fact, all your current tattoos need to be re-tatted as me. Matter of fact, your face need to be tatted with my face, and you walk around with my face as your face, but as a tattoo for now. That sound like a lot of work. If I get your face tatted on my face, do I gotta get the tattoos that you have on your face too? So do not call me no fucking mo. We're not friends. No! God damn, I'm down to Lil Yachty and Bubba Spark.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So we're gonna check out 10 Vince McMahon wrestlers Triple H has stopped pushing in WWE. Now, there were wrestlers that Vince McMahon were obviously trying to push, or he viewed them as a star or a future potential star, so they would get the rub, and you could tell just by the booking. And then when Triple H kind of took over in creative, you can immediately, or not even immediately, you can see the decline in their booking, or them not appearing much in matches, or them not winning matches like they normally would. They weren't being on the main event segments, or they weren't featured throughout the show as they normally would. You could tell, all right, well, Vince is trying to push this person, and this is what he cares about. Then Vince was, once he was removed, Triple H is now not pushing that person, and this is who he's trying to push. So we're gonna check out some of those wrestlers. Appreciate all the love and support. Let's get right into it, man.
It says that Vince McMahon actually booked better than Triple H. Be sure to subscribe and
sure.
hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos.
Dude, I haven't watched WrestleMania in a year.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
no secret that Vince McMahon had high hopes for Austin Theory.
High
based
hopes.
on Theory's presentation.
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. There was a dude a while back that had this same gimmick, and he was with Fandango. What was his name? I can't remember his name, but he was also a pompous blonde that was built just like Austin Theory. He was a little smaller than Austin Theory, and he didn't have that little goatee. What was his name? I can't remember his name. But the gimmick was done better before him. And he doesn't really do the gimmick justice. I haven't watched him recently. That's who it is. He was the Fashion Files. I think that's what it was, with Fandango. And they did that whole comedy bit with what was it? It was another tag team. I can't remember, dude. It's been so long. But I think Tyler Breeze was a better wrestler, was better on the mic, and deserved more than Austin Theory, because it's his gimmick. Oh, dude, but that was the funny part of it. It was just so ridiculous.
During McMahon's final years in
charge, they're ridiculous characters, right? It's what a fashionista and a ballet dancer, right? I'm not saying he hasn't developed and become better. I'm saying this particular version of him, I never really liked it because I thought the gimmick was done better elsewhere, you know?
charge of WWE, it wouldn't be far-fetched to come to the conclusion that McMahon saw Theory as the next John Cena. Theory
That's
would win the
just
Money in
not
the
the
Bank
case.
briefcase, and he would have an extended run as US champion. And when Triple H took over,
Nah, I don't like when they do that. They try to make somebody into the next person. It's like, no, Dolph Ziggler was never gonna be the next Shawn Michaels. Adam Cole was never the next Shawn Michaels. You know, Austin Theory is not the next John Cena. He's just not. Nobody will be John Cena the same way nobody will be The Undertaker. You know, you can put Damian Priest in the same position as The Undertaker, but he will never be The Undertaker. You know what I mean?
WWE creative, everything changed. Theory was still presented in a regular role on TV. However, the idea of Theory being the next face of WWE
They
wasn't
did
a
the
vision
same
shared
thing
by
with Drew
Triple H.
McIntyre.
Although the game did commit to booking Theory to defeat John Cena at WrestleMania 39, it was evident that Triple H still had reservations regarding Theory. After all, Triple H booked Theory to lose his Money in the Bank cash-in, a cash-in that wasn't even for the world title.
Yeah.
Over the past year, Theory has been in a tag team partnership with Grayson Waller. Whilst this partnership has been well received, and the two have had great chemistry, Theory has never been further away from the main event picture in WWE. It's been rumored that he could be embarking on a babyface turn in the immediate future, and this is something that fans have been crying out for.
I think it does the actor, right? I think it does them a disservice to try and shoehorn them into a position that somebody else held, because it kind of typecasts them, right? Maybe Austin Theory doesn't want to be the next John Cena. You know, maybe he wants to be the first version of himself, right? Just like there was John Cena, the Doctor of Thugonomics, Super Cena, you know, retired Cena, all of these different versions of John Cena. Maybe he wants to be the first version of Austin Theory so he can evolve into the next version of himself, so he can get better at his craft. Shoehorning him into the position that John Cena was typecasts him into the same character that John Cena was. And I'm sorry, I don't think this guy is a good babyface. I think he's a better heel.
Yeah.
Will this change his career trajectory under the game? Well, time will tell.
Hopefully it does. Hopefully when he finally turns on Grayson Waller, or when Grayson Waller turns on him, whatever the case, when he finally goes babyface, maybe, just maybe, there will be hope.
Almost.
The thing with
Who
Austin
the fuck
Theory
is this guy?
Even though Vince was pushing him to the moon, he still wasn't coming off as believable. His character, it was just kind of, it was the generic heel that it didn't stand out. So if there's anything they can do, hopefully this face turn will work. We'll see though.
Number 9, Omos. As things stand, Omos has virtually disappeared from WWE programming. Reports indicate that WWE have given up on Omos, yet it's worth noting that these reports haven't been verified. Under the management of Vince McMahon, Omos was presented as a modern-day Marvel. Omos was presented as a big deal, and when McMahon exited WWE, this strong presentation continued. Omos will be booked in key pay-per-view matches against the likes of Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, and the Nigerian Giant exceeded all expectations in these featured matches. Despite these excellent performances, Triple H out of nowhere began to use Omos less and less. The game only appears to bring Omos into creative plans when WWE have a battle royal to book and they need bodies in the ring. This is a shame, as Omos still has a ton to offer WWE, and fans have taken a liking to him thanks to his wholesome YouTube channel. Due to MVP reportedly leaving WWE, this puts Omos in a difficult position, and with his manager gone, where will this leave him? Hopefully the game will go back to the drawing board and Omos eventually resurfaces on WWE television. Number 8, Becky Lynch. When Becky Lynch emerged as one of the most popular stars in WWE in 2018,
this is a very interesting one.
Yeah, how?
All in on Lynch.
How? I think of any woman wrestler that I've heard of, right? Becky Lynch is the one that's been consistently talked about the same. Like, everybody agrees that her gimmick, that it was gold for the time. It was a perfect foil for the corporate phony that was Ronda Rousey. You know, it's what it needed to be at that time. So who exactly was responsible for that? She was. Her and her creative and whatever. I don't think you can necessarily give the credit to her or to Vince or Triple H. I think the credit is deserved to be put on her shoulders because they might have came up with the premise, but she's the one that got punched, you know, by Nia Jax and smeared the blood on her face. You know, she's the one that put the effort in. So who really gets the credit here?
Lynch. She was presented as one of the faces of the company, and this presentation of booking continued right until McMahon
deservedly
took a step
so.
back from the company.
Deservedly so.
Lynch was one of McMahon's favorite wrestlers, and although Lynch had her strong moments under Triple H, the booking has been lifeless and stale, and fans, particularly those on the X platform, have been calling it out on a regular basis. It's almost as if Triple H fails to understand what made Lynch initially connect with the audience, as her feuds with the likes of Trish Stratus and Liv Morgan lacked any significance. And although the payoff of the matches were great, the execution of the build was confusing and overly complicated. Some fans have theorized that Lynch was never one of Triple H's chosen stars during a run in NXT, and this sentiment has continued on the main roster. With Lynch's WWE contractual status up in the air, it'll be interesting to see what's next for one of WWE's most talented stars.
I don't think she'll go anywhere, bro.
I don't know, per se. I think just even if Vince was still booking her, the fatigue was going to set in.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened to Austin, too. It happened to The Rock. It happened to Triple H. It happened to The Undertaker. There was always a lull in their career where people were like, okay, I don't really want to see this person in the position that they've been presented in for X amount of years. You know? I want to see something different from them. Maybe she can't get past the gimmick that made her so popular. You know? It's like corporate Kane. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Kane worked, corporate Kane didn't. You know? I don't know.
Vince did book her to beat Bianca at SummerSlam on her return in like a few
16 seconds, yeah.
And then they ended up, I believe that next year's WrestleMania, Bianca ended up getting her win back. But that was the thing that a lot of fans didn't like, because you didn't have to do that. And I think just with her being so popular for so long, people just had fatigue. They did. And it wasn't really anything had going for her substantially. Because initially she was supposed to drop, have the situation with Rhea at WrestleMania, do the job for Rhea, and then she was going to go away for a while. But the whole injury situation with Rhea kind of changed everything. So they brought her back. And it wasn't because, I know some people didn't like it, and some people were like, oh, maybe Liv should win it. The timing. And timing matters. And they did the right thing, and Liv ended up, Becky ended up putting over Liv in the end. And, I think just in general, whether Vince or Triple H was booking, I just think people had just kind of gotten tired of the man gimmick for a while. It was just it got stale. It was just like, all right, she needs to do something. She kind of needs to be off television for a while. And I think this is the right decision. So I'm not going to sit up here and blame Triple H for this. Because I think if Vince was booking still, fans still would have been like, all right, we're kind of tired of Becky at this point. So
yeah, because a successful gimmick can only be successful for
it would
so
only
long.
seem logical that Ricochet would thrive under Triple H. When Triple H was booking him in
I'm
NXT,
surprised
he was
he isn't
presented as a
bigger,
megastar,
honestly.
and he had an insane amount of aura.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the game's booking of the US and Intercontinental Champion on the main roster was so
Definitely
uninspiring.
that Super
there was no
Saiyan
doubt a
2
factor in
aura.
Ricochet leaving the company. Triple H was clearly a fan of him, as he was often used in key roles. Yeah, he had a ceiling in the company. Triple H was never going to push him into the main event picture. Under Vince McMahon, Ricochet was established as one of the most reliable stars on the roster. McMahon wasn't scared of putting a title on him, as he knew he could deliver in the role. Of course, Ricochet's booking under McMahon wasn't exactly perfect, but it's a common consensus that he felt like a bigger deal when he was wrestling Samoa Joe and AJ Styles on pay-per-view,
Who's
as opposed to being
the pretty
destroyed
lady
on Raw
with
by
the
up-and-coming stars like Braun
smile?
Breaker.
That's a fair
Number
point.
6,
That's a fair
Bobby
point.
Lashley. And we took some time.
We knew Bobby was going to be on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Vince just didn't understand
I don't
him.
know what. It's crazy to say Vince did book Bobby Lashley. Not all the time, please. Listen to what I'm saying. Not all the time. He did some dumb, horrible booking decisions with him.
Oh, was it?
But he did book him better.
Really?
For Vince McMahon to truly grasp how to present Bobby Lashley. However, when McMahon realized that abysmal comedy was in the way and he allowed Lashley to be an extension of himself on TV, Lashley was set for greatness. His first WWE title run was incredibly well received, and Lashley did an outstanding job in a difficult role. Lashley was bringing it in every department, and he had truly evolved into his final form as a performer. Whilst the presentation and booking of the Hurt Business was a mixed bag under McMahon, the stable was still incredibly important.
Talk about dropped ball, bro. How do you have one of the most successful factions of black entertainers since, like, what was it? God, what was it? The Rock was a part of it. Oh my God. The Nation of Domination. These guys were pretty much the evolution of its, time. You have Shelton Benjamin, a seasoned wrestler, Bobby Lashley, a seasoned yet developing wrestler, and then you have the dude here who's obviously new because I don't know who he is, and then you have MVP fulfilling the role of a Ric Flair type character. I mean, this is a dropped ball here. You disband the faction, right? And then you have them fight amongst each other with no build-up at all. They rush to the end.
To a lot of fans.
Yeah.
The group had a ton of epic moments, and it's no surprise that fans are clamoring for a reunion outside of the WWE bubble.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the factions are anything alike. I'm saying that it's a prominent black-led faction. And there hasn't really been that many black-led factions. I mean, sure, there was King Booker, but that was a novelty act. The Nation of Domination was taken seriously and presented as a serious faction that should be taken with credibility, right? And the Hurt Business was a serious faction of black athletes that were to be taken seriously. And they fumbled the fucking bag with them.
Lashley's booking would instantly change, and this never seemed to recover. Bobby Lashley's stable with the Street Profits had major big-time potential, and Triple H butchered the initial...
See what I mean? How do you have the Hurt Business, right? An MVP, a staple character, and then you have new wrestlers like the Street Profits, and you do nothing with them. You don't add them to the faction? Dude, what's his name? The thinner dude with the circle glasses, Montez Ford. Montez Ford is one of the best talkers that I've seen come out of NXT. And he wasn't a part of it at all. You have Shelton Benjamin on the roster, right? And you don't have him in any type of mentor position to a young athlete like Montez Ford, who does a lot of the same things Shelton Benjamin did at his age. I mean, come on. Talk about dropped balls, bro. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they didn't use the prominence of the faction, right, to prop up other competitors who were like them. They did it with the Evolution. Evolution at all times were putting over younger wrestlers. They were feuding with younger wrestlers. They were putting them over. They had no type of interaction like that with them. They used nothing. And then they just disbanded the faction. I think it's
presentation. Dumb. Triple H's.
I don't know how he messed this up. This was perfect, bro.
Yep.
This was basically Hurt Business 2.0, doing something with Montez and Angelo Dawkins. They came out there with the suits and, You know, they were heels, but then the crowd was cheering them, so they turned them face, and then they still didn't do nothing with them other than feud with fucking Karrion Kross and his crew of bandits, whatever you want to call them, and
dude,
they got the win at
fucking
WrestleMania,
Karrion
which
Kross
awesome,
is
but
terrible.
Still didn't do nothing with them, and then
Scarlett Bordeaux
injured,
brought
he
him
sucked.
to
bold
the
idea
game,
was to
and then
present the
nobody
trio
cared.
as heels, and the fans had zero interest in booing them, especially a legend such as Lashley.
Yeah.
Triple H would then awkwardly transition them into a babyface act, which was then counterproductive, as the narrative made no sense to the audience. It's hardly a surprise that the legend himself has decided to leave the company, who was barely featured in a meaningful role on TV, which was truly a baffling one. Lashley, despite being one of the oldest stars on the roster, could still hang with names 20 years younger than him.
Yes,
Lashley's
for sure.
next ventures is sure to be an exciting one, and whatever wrestling promotion the Almighty ends up in is going to be lucky to have one of the most consistent and universally liked stars of the modern era on their roster.
Yeah.
Number 5, AJ Styles. It only took a few months in WWE
I
for
don't
Styles
like
to
AJ
convince
Styles.
McMahon that he was going to be a
But
high-profile
he's
star for the company.
one of the best
AJ would have
wrestlers
several
I've
title
ever
runs,
seen.
including a WWE title run that commenced just 9 months into his official debut. McMahon always wanted AJ to be presented well, and McMahon was the guy who booked AJ with The Undertaker for the Dead Man's final match, which was a huge nod of approval.
Yeah.
AJ has enjoyed moderate success under Triple H, with his feud with Cody Rhodes being a highlight, yet outside of that, Triple H has struggled with how to book AJ. Whilst he seems happy with the WWE creative, the same can't...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what he's doing with AJ. I don't know.
I don't know either because I haven't been
He needs to be
watching.
doing
Surprise!
It's fucking AJ. Maybe AJ is, you know, he's maybe not tripping off of it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He should be doing more. That's all I'm saying.
Can't be said for the fans who are continuously urging the game to present AJ like the legend he truly is. Number 4, Bianca Belair. From the moment Bianca Belair arrived on the main roster,
They gotta
Vince
give her a
McMahon decided
different
that she was going to
gimmick,
be one of the
bro.
top stars in the entire company. This was 100% the correct call, as Belair had every tool imaginable to deliver this role, and based on her subsequent performances and
She
drawing
really
power,
is that
McMahon was
good,
spot
though,
on with
bro.
this assessment. Belair would win the Royal Rumble, main event WrestleMania, and was basically a key part of WWE's marketing. The fans loved her in the role, and her connection with the younger demographic was hard to ignore, and WWE had everything they could ever want out of a female star that could act as the face of the company.
Yeah.
A Triple H hasn't presented Belair awfully, yet she has virtually been relegated to a tag team act alongside Jade Cargill. Whilst the idea behind this is clearly to build up to an eventual feud between the
Fucking
two,
God
Belair could be
damn.
doing so much more, and even her established star and drawing power won't save the reputation of the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
Here's the thing with this particular point. I get it because she's still featured, but I think it's more so to help Jade get along, get more
I was
comfortable,
just
so when
gonna
they do
say
feud,
that.
we can see something
Exactly.
potentially special. Because I mean,
Exactly. Bianca Belair is so good in the role that she's been given that they trust her to train the next generation of wrestlers to do it as she does it. She is that influential. Right? So I don't think, yes, this role might not be as prominent, but there's just as much meaning behind what she's doing now as if she was going for a proper championship and that wasn't a tag team title. She's helping Jade Cargill, a wrestler that I've criticized for being what's her name, the redheaded lady, fucking Eve Marie. I've criticized Jade Cargill for being Eve Marie 2.0. All look, no ability, but if Bianca can turn around Jade, it speaks to the ability that she has in the ring. I mean, look at what Daniel Bryan did for The Miz.
I mean, I think she's the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion of all time. Like, she doesn't need to be in the main event right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can get back to the title contention part at a later time. Because I know a lot of people would love to see a Bianca versus a Rhea Ripley. I think that's going to be fucking fantastic. We can get to that point
Rhea Ripley
later on.
always.
But I'm okay with what he's doing with her there. Because, once again, they're still in a good spot on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, I wouldn't really gripe too much on it. But You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Under Vince McMahon, it seemed like a given that Belair was going to be on every Big Four pay-per-view, yet under Triple H, she can't even make the cut to be on the 2024 SummerSlam card. This is vastly disappointing, and hopefully once the pairing between Belair and Cargill comes to an end, the game can get her booking back on track. Number 3, Ronda Rousey. It was clear from the moment Ronda Rousey returned to TV in 2022 that something was missing. The Rousey that was presented during a 2018-19 WWE run was nowhere to be found. When Triple H took over creative, there was less of a desire to keep Rousey in a mainstream singles role.
Because she was
Rousey
fake.
would eventually join forces with her real-life buddy Shayna Baszler, and this run in the tag division didn't exactly light the world on fire.
Shayna
It had little
Baszler
benefit to
is
the
what
overall
Ronda
status
Rousey
of the women's
wishes she
tag
was.
division. Triple H would then deliver a Rousey vs Baszler feud for SummerSlam 2023, and the feud and match were both a total dud, and her subsequent exit didn't cause too much of an uproar. Number 2, Kevin Owens.
I also do think it's a situation of just
Rousey was terrible.
I think she was kind of just done with the product too, to be honest with you. Like you can tell she was kind of phoning it in at that point, bro. So
she was always phoning it in. Ronda Rousey never tried,
essentially,
never cared.
Now this is interesting. Kevin Owens being on here.
Kevin Owens is one of Triple H's most trusted talents, and it's been this way since Owens arrived in NXT 10 years ago. When the game took over creative, WWE fans expected Owens to finally be given a second world title run, but this hasn't happened yet. Owens has had big moments under Triple H, including main eventing WrestleMania 39 and winning the tag titles, yet the way Triple H booked this reign wasn't exactly thrilling, and even though Owens and Sami Zayn were critical of the booking, especially the fact that Triple H booked them on TV and rarely on pay-per-view events, Owens is still a big deal under Triple H, but there's definitely an argument to be made that Vince McMahon featured Owens in much more varied roles, and after all, it was McMahon who committed to giving Owens a reign as world champion in WWE.
Here's the thing, we also got to put into consideration that Roman Reigns was still the champ. So no.
Yeah.
That's a booking
From what I was reading, Roman was champ for like 2 or 3 years or something like that. No one was gonna show up and take the title off of Roman. It took a special circumstance to where they could leverage 2 like family dynasties against each other, right? And then it made sense. How would Kevin Owens have made sense to beat Roman? Nah, Ronda was always trash. Always trash.
Decision that Vince was behind. So no, that wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen. Like, come on now. And then we knew Cody was gonna be the guy, so come on now.
It made most sense.
The world titles are pretty much sold up with people we know are gonna be holding the championship. So I don't know about this one. Now he got number 1 is John Cena.
And number 1, John Cena.
Yeah,
It was no secret that John Cena and Vince McMahon have a close personal friendship. Cena was McMahon's chosen guy, and Cena successfully carried the company for over 10 years, which was an insane feat and highlighted just how incredible Cena was as a performer. Cena has had numerous runs under Triple H, and all of these received backlash. Cena's run in early 2023 culminated with him putting over Austin Theory at WrestleMania.
I don't know if it's fair to compare John Cena now and John Cena 20 years ago. You know? Because Vince had Cena at his prime. At his most able. Triple H has an older John Cena that it has other obligations and can't go full Super Cena all the time. Gross. You know? So I don't know if this is a fair comparison. Right? Because it's not the same person. I mean, it is the same person. But ability-wise, time-wise, it's not the same. He's not the same person. I don't know.
WrestleMania 39,
felt
and
a
the
little
story and execution didn't exactly excite the
unfair
fans.
comparison
Cena's
there.
extended run in 2023 looked promising, yet Cena kept making non-TV appearances, and it was never explained why Triple H wasn't booking a legitimate draw on WWE television. Cena would put over Solo Sikoa on pay-per-view in late 2023, and the match was heavily panned. It was arguably Cena's worst match in years. It was a frustrating creative call.
Look
Cena
at
is
that
now set to embark on his
comb-over,
final
man.
WWE run in 2025, and Triple H has a ton of pressure to deliver a fan-pleasing send-off to one of the greatest of all time. Triple H needs to realize that Cena means a great deal to the entire generation of the WWE audience, and presenting him without an exciting creative vision simply isn't going to cut it. But there you have it, folks. 10
Here's the thing. This is a very interesting list because I feel like some of these shouldn't be on here. I get why some people can make the point, but the
Oh
John
my
Cena's
god,
been
I want to
one.
watch
He's
this
been dealing
one.
with
What
Hollywood
Macho
for a
Man
minute,
video
so
is this?
You can take that out. Whether
What
Vince
Macho
or
Man
Triple H
video
was
is
booking,
this?
He had his Hollywood obligations, so he wasn't going to be in no
He
situations.
can still
where,
work well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you can't compare a person in their prime to a person in the twilight of their career. You know? I mean, look at it this way. Undertaker at the end of his career wasn't the same person as Undertaker at the beginning of his career. There were injuries, there were hindrances, there's other obligations, there are other things that, you know, preoccupy his mind. He's not all about the business anymore. Like when he first started, John Cena was the business guy. He was that guy. At the end of his career, he's an action star in movies, has other obligations to studios that restrict him from being the person he was at the beginning of his career. So there's a vast different circumstances that make him a different person that means he can't really go the way he normally would go. I don't know. But what Macho Man video is this? It looks funny. Maybe it's down here. Oh, I was gonna watch this.
So AEW All Out 2024 is in the books. What a controversial ending to that pay-per-view with Hangman Adam Page beating Swerve Strickland in one of the most violent matches we've seen in quite some time. It's got everybody talking. Your hot takes are what's on deck today, and man, they are all over the place.
Steve and
I'm
Larson,
not
I
sure
remember
what's hot or
watching
what's
him
not, so I try
back
to
when I
arrange
was in
these
high
things
school.
via what I think are hot takes and then just takes. So we're going to go ahead and do that today because I don't even think there's any cold takes in terms of people just all being on the same page. Maybe one or two, but let's go ahead and dive into them. First up, College Dewdrop says the Hangman versus Swerve rivalry is hotter than the Bloodline saga by a wide margin. All right, this one's going to be hot because people are going to be filling up the comments with like, oh, what are you talking about? You know, all that kind of stuff. I will say this right now, based off of the conversation, based off of what I saw personally, as of last night, as of that match, yes, Hangman versus Swerve is hotter than the Bloodline currently. And that's just based off of what I perceive as fan reaction. I guess this is probably an opinion thing and it's a subjective thing. But man, oh man, that match last night was really something else. We've got our star ratings over at the Friendo Club Wrestling channel. I broke my star rating for this match because of just how big the story was. And you guys know I love character and story stuff, and I think it's been phenomenal. I'm not going to quite say that it's hotter than the Bloodline stuff from like a year ago because, man, oh man, that was really hot stuff. But, you know, at this point, it's like comparing The Godfather and Citizen Kane. Two, in my opinion, two of the all-time stories in pro wrestling, certainly in modern pro wrestling. Just look at the character arc of Hangman Adam Page. I think it was phenomenal. I think the match was phenomenal. I think it was shocking, and I think that's what we need in pro wrestling is more shocking moments like that, but organically shocking moments, shit that just sort of makes sense with the story being told. But right now, the Bloodline is cold as hell. I think LA Knight is hotter than the Bloodline stuff right now. You saw the reactions the anti-reaction that Solo Sikoa gets when he's on the mic whispering against Cody Rhodes. It's just not working right now. But man, oh man, the bloodline, that is a high bar that was raised over the past couple years. But this is as hot as anything, in my opinion, in wrestling. Again, I'm not dragging ratings into it or whatever, like those kind of business metrics I could give a shit about. In terms of what I see on the screen, man, oh man, this was top level stuff. I really loved it. Joe Random Does Stuff says, in general, I don't think AEW gets the credit it deserves for putting on history-making matches and feuds. Swerve versus Hangman is better than Rock versus Austin, in my opinion, and they need to bring back the Real World Championship. Well, in my opinion, you're never going to go wrong with bringing back the Real World Championship, but if I'm not mistaken, right now, I think Jey Uso, so Drew beat Punk, and then Punk beat Drew. So I think that means Punk is now a 2-time Real World, whatever the situation is. I don't know about that part of it. But saying that Swerve versus Hangman is better than Rock versus Austin, that's a hot take. I don't even know where I stand on that, because when I think of Rock versus Austin, it's a feud for the ages. Absolutely, I agree with that. I wish they would have brought back Stone Cold for WrestleMania. I know he recently talked about that, why it didn't happen and why that's what they wanted. But that would have been really cool to revisit that. That's a feud for the ages. I think you need a little bit more history in the rearview mirror. I think you need a little bit more historical context to start dropping those kind of takes.
I'm unmuted now.
Because Rock Austin is an all-time feud, absolutely.
Yeah.
When I think of Rock Austin, I think of two things. I think of their phenomenal final match, the third in the series, where The Rock finally beat Stone Cold. What a great match that was, and that moment for the two of them at the end was really great stuff. But I also tend to think of the end of WrestleMania 17, which completely ruined that match for me. Stone Cold shaking hands with Vince McMahon. I wasn't into that. In any event, these are two terrific feuds, so I think it's a fun debate to have. Until people start getting weird and you know, oh my God, how dare you do that? That's so stupid. You don't deserve to have an opinion. Soul Klepto says All Out was better than All In. I think I actually agree with this. For one thing, there was no Chris Jericho at All Out. 8 matches on the main card. The last 2 were about a half hour in length. I'm down with that. I think, look, here's my thing though. As a content creator, being a guy who has to watch this stuff, pay attention to it, watch it live while trying to be entertaining, and then doing a review of it automatically afterwards. By the time All Out rolled around, my experience, which is the only one I can, you know, base this opinion on, is that All Out just came too soon after All In. 2 weeks, and especially one of those weeks filled by a WWE Premium Live event, which again, I got to cover. By the time we were midway through All Out, I was like, God damn, like none of this is really hitting. And I know that they're good matches. Like Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale. My goddamn, that was a great match. That actually really picked me up. I was like, God damn, this is like a breath of fresh air right here. But there was a general sort of exhaustion with wrestling by this weekend. Also, my stomach was kind of on the fritz, so maybe that had something to do with it. He must have eaten
expired
But
pizza.
I am glad that next year, All In is going to be about a month out from All Out, more or less. There is going to be a Forbidden Door in between those, but Forbidden Door is kind of like a whatever pay-per-view. It's an exhibition, basically. But I'm glad that they're going to be separated a little bit more, because I do feel like quality-wise, All Out was better than All In. I can totally agree with that. But given how close it was, I feel like there was a little bit of the fatigue that set in for All Out. But now, upon reflection, goddamn, what a hell of a pay-per-view. Filthy Casual says Jack Perry should have won the title and it should have been with the GTS. You know, I'm kind of torn, to be honest with you, on how I feel about Jack Perry playing up the CM Punk stuff. The Chicago crowd really did not seem too interested in like trying to boo him out of the building with CM Punk chants. I think people are kind of over it by now. I kind of feel like people are like, you know, everybody's moved on. Jack Perry, it's time for you. You did the real glass spot last time. That was good. I wasn't a huge fan of how this match finished with Jack Perry basically doing a Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy in the finale. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think Jack Perry was a great first opponent for Bryan Danielson. And that's coming from a guy who actually kind of likes the scapegoat stuff. I think it's actually done a lot for Jack Perry, and I think it was a good idea for him to capitalize on CM Punk stuff. And I think maybe he felt coming into Chicago, he'd get a lot more of a reaction that he ended up actually getting. But I kind of feel like people are just ready to move on. So like, I'm not sure a GTS really would have been appropriate.
So Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, there's another one. I can't remember, but Bryan Danielson for sure. He's always been so good. Always.
In this situation, maybe if this was going back
MJF
a year ago, that would have worked. But at this point,
he's really good too.
Patrick Cheeseman has a take that I think a lot of people.
I forgot to finish that Adam Cole match with MJF. Bro, it's weird. It took my stream down, right? But I got no copyright strike on the VOD. It makes no sense. When I was watching that wrestling match on the last morning stream, yeah, it was nuts. I got no copyright strike, nothing.
Says no matter how gimmick the spot, a chair shot to the head is never okay. I love you, Cheese Man. I kind of disagree with this. I think it's okay if it is gimmicked enough. One thing that I loved about last night is that it did seem like they pre-broke the chair. Granted, it was dented with Swerve's head. I understand that, and I saw that. But I also love how the camera cut to a super wide shot upon impact. I thought that was a brilliant move. I really liked that. And I do think in certain situations, if it's as safe as humanly possible as they can make it, I think it's okay. I don't think this is on par with like Gunther. Rock versus Mankind.
I saw him in
I know
NXT.
CTE is an incredibly serious thing that we need to be careful of, but I kind of feel like one gimmicked chair shot to the head in one very important match, I think every once in a while you can make an exception. I think you can do that. I'm not a professional wrestler. You got to,
especially if they have medical staff. Can we just stop acting like, okay, it's all a game, right? It's all a play. It's pseudo sport, right? Can we just stop acting like they don't get hurt in other instances in the same exact way? The chair shot's not going to kill them any more than them jumping off the top rope and landing on their spine is going to cripple them. Come on.
To just sort of give them a bit of
especially if it's gimmicked, as he
said. That understanding in 2024, a couple of your top draws doing a spot like this, they can gimmick it enough.
Dude,
so
Rock
that
versus Mankind when he just repeatedly beat the shit out of him with the chair.
None of it's safe. That's why I never wanted to become a pro wrestler as much as I love pro wrestling, because I'm like not a very coordinated person. So I know within my first like 2 months of wrestling, I would probably be severely damaged. Christian Harper says Garcia should have just won.
Same.
Him attacking and injuring MJF after he lost doesn't make me take him any more seriously. I still just kind of see him as a loser stuck in the mid card. Well, Christian, we got some news for you.
Boo! Christian sucks.
I'm pretty sure Garcia's heading to NXT. That's the only thing that makes sense with how they ended that match and what happened afterwards.
Christian sucks. Boo!
You have the
Christian.
guy lose on his way out. You have the guy still, if you like the guy and you're like, hey, you're young, we want to keep the door open for you. You have the guy do the angle with MJF where he still gets to do the thing that he had vowed to do, hit that second rope pile driver. And he was able to do that. And then he left via the crowd. If that doesn't say, I'm leaving for good, I don't know what does. That being said, maybe it's simply, I'm leaving until I figure out what I want to do, and then maybe we can revisit this later. That being said, I think this was maybe a moment where Tony Khan was pitching him on the idea of re-signing, and Garcia simply has not decided whether or not he's going to. I mean, I think they said his contract's up next month. So maybe the guy just wants some time to decide. Maybe that's what the information he's given. I don't know. I'm not an insider. I don't have the scoops like the Sean Ross Saps out there. I'm just saying that's how it came off to me. But it wouldn't shock me either way to see him back in AEW or to see him go to the Chase U. Zach Eisenberg says Hangman does the best character work in all of pro wrestling. Ooh. At this point, when it comes to our year-end rewards, the Friendo Awards over there, the Going and Raw stuff, this is going to be difficult for me. I don't know if it's going to be Hangman, and I don't know if it's going to be Dom Mysterio, because I think Dom just does incredibly entertaining stuff. But Hangman's character work throughout this has been really just outstanding. So right now, I might give him the edge, but man, Dom Mysterio's up there. Drew McIntyre is absolutely up there as well. Those are my three names I think that I'm thinking of right now in terms of like best character stuff of the year. But Hangman might have that edge right now. Alex Good says, I simultaneously hated the needle and cinder block stuff while also believing that the match feud absolutely needed to be that batshit insane. My brain is a little bit broken. I love that. I love that because in this acknowledgement that it's like, man, this stuff isn't for me, but I kind of feel like we needed it. And I kind of feel like that's the same thing for me. Do I think that they went too far with the cinder block stuff? Yeah, probably. But did this match need to go too far? I think so. Ivan Rodriguez says, Tony Khan hates Takeshita. Why hasn't he pulled the trigger on him yet? He has everything needed to be a great champion. I agree with this, and I still firmly believe, I'm holding to this prediction of mine, that I think Takeshita is going to beat Okada for the title. I really firmly believe that. I think Tony Khan knows that Takeshita needs that big thing to make him in AEW. He sent him to the G1. He had a phenomenal G1 there. And I think he's going to need this thing to get him to that level where the Will Ospreays are, et cetera, et cetera. And I think a win over Okada is going to be the thing that gets him there. And I think Tony Khan is going to do that. That's my prediction. I think Takeshita is going to be the guy to take that title off Okada. The Chop Sports and Gaming says, is Britt Baker still in AEW? Also, side note, Willow and Statlander might have stolen the show despite getting the least amount of TV time to build their feud. I love that match. I think it was absolutely great. And, you know, I don't know. I think they've been on TV plenty enough. I mean, this is a feud that goes back a ways. And it's a non-title match that landed on a pay-per-view, which I think is awesome as well. So, yeah, man, I think they did a killer job as far as Britt Baker. I don't know what that situation is. She came back, got suspended, had kind of a clunker of a match, and then she moved on. Or it just hasn't been referenced. Maybe they're figuring out what to do with her. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is there. Doesn't seem like a particularly pleasant one, but then who am I to? I don't know anything that's going on back there. I just have the same info you guys have. Yeah, so who knows? I don't know. I've always personally appreciated Britt Baker, but I understand that some people in the back might not get along with her great, which is unfortunate. But you know, I guess it is what it is. Jack MC says, I couldn't watch it because I was on my friend's engagement party. If you want my hot take on that, I don't think it'll last. Jack. Ouch. Alexander Carr says, honestly, this is probably going to be a cold take. I could have done without the needle spot in the main event, but that's mostly because it reminded me of a dentist visit I had a while back. Did the dentist give you an unprotected chair shot to the head? Because that doesn't seem like it's
He's all wiggling in the chair, and the dentist is like, out of nowhere, knock it off, bud. He's just dead in the chair.
Good dentist at all. He's probably got a new one, to be honest with you. But why, Alyssa says, Mercedes Moné has been underwhelming in AEW. I genuinely think she needed the...
That's because she is a bad wrestler. Sasha Banks was terrible in WWE, and she's terrible in AEW. She's just bad at her job.
WWE machine behind her, and there's nothing wrong with needing that to make her what she became. And now that she doesn't have that, every single flaw is more pronounced. Alyssa, this seems to be a fairly cold take in that a lot of people feel the same way. The comment section for this hot takes thread was just filled with this take as well. I thought the match with Shida was a bit on the underwhelming side, to be honest with you. I think it was under what Mercedes is capable of doing. We've seen that before. One of my favorite matches of all time is her versus Bayley in NXT, the first Brooklyn
Sasha Banks is
match
awful,
that they had,
bro.
and then the second one was awesome too. That being said, it's a weird thing with Mercedes because I feel like her presence in AEW has benefited the women's roster. If you've noticed, there is, generally speaking, on most Dynamites anyways, because I don't really watch Collision, there's usually at least 2 women's matches, which is kind of on par with WWE. And that's something that we had wanted for a while, because usually it was like same time, same amount of time, or same time in the hour, same amount of time allotted. You get 1 women's match and maybe 1 women's segment. And now they do seem to be featured a bit more prominently. And that seems to coincide with Mercedes' arrival in AEW. That being said, her stuff in particular, especially given that she's got her own personal writer, apparently, kind of on the underwhelming side. There's no real stories being told. It's just, first she came in, wanted to be a good guy. People wouldn't accept that, so they turned her bad. And now, although she's a prominent figure on television, the stories really aren't there. I thought this match was going to be a bit better than it was, but it sort of just ended with a whimper. So I don't know what that is. Her presence in AEW does seem to have helped the women's division, but her material itself, maybe she does need the WWE stuff behind her. I don't know. Emmanuel says, I don't think AEW is going to change its ways with violence and crazy spots until someone gets paralyzed or dies in the ring. Oh boy, that's a heavy one. Look, man, you gotta give some amount of benefit of the doubt to the people in the ring, to the wrestlers who know what's best.
Yeah, you can't take it all seriously.
I'll be honest
all
with you.
time,
The
bro.
one wrestler that I was always significantly worried about, to this degree, was Sammy Guevara, because he would do the stuff that had such a razor thin margin of error, and he would get up like on the tallest ladder possible, and he'd do the crazy sign. Even Darby to a degree. Darby as well. Darby's a freak. I don't know what the deal with that dude is, but like the spots that guy does are absolutely crazy. But with Sammy Guevara, it was like, hey, let me do this insane spot on like Dynamite. And it really did kind of concern me. I was like, geez, man, this is going a bit too far. And it's Sammy Guevara. That was kind of the one thing he had going for him, because as a character, people really weren't into his thing, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. Now I don't have to see him. He's in Ring of Honor. I don't know if he's doing crazy stuff or not. I don't know what his deal is because I don't watch Ring of Honor. That being said, I feel like the stuff that we got last night was violence, but not necessarily. And yes, you can quibble. Maybe the powerbomb on the cinder block, maybe that was a situation where, hey, you need to be really careful with that. But I feel like those moments, for the most part, are kind of few and far between. I don't see too much reckless behavior in the ring. Certainly not to the degree that I felt like we used to get in AEW when it was like Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara. Matt Hardy is clearly concussed, and yet they're letting him continue on with this match when clearly they should have stopped it. It does seem like that kind of stuff has been tampered off a little bit. So, and maybe, I don't know, because that's how I used to feel about AEW. These days, I haven't had that feeling, and I didn't really get that with that match last night. I thought Swerve looking up at the top of the cage, thinking he was going to do like a swerve stomp or whatever from the top of the cage. That's the stuff I hate. I hate when people come off the top of the cage. We saw that with Edge. Bad move, and look what happened to him. I hate that kind of stuff. But like the syringe.
Did Edge get hurt?
If it's a sterile syringe, it's a nasty visual. It ain't going to do much damage, not much actual structural damage. The staples aren't going to do much of anything. Cinder block, maybe. But, and the chair shot, as long as it's gimmicked properly, again, you kind of got to give them the benefit of the doubt to a degree that one of these isn't going to be the end of the world. Vince Vibe says, I think the pay-per-view method as a whole really holds a lot of eyes from seeing these great shows. If anything, the smaller pay-per-view should cost less, but in reality, AEW just needs to go the premium live event method like WWE. It's a lot. You do have to invest probably too much in their pay-per-view model to keep up with what's going on in the show.
He got injured then?
There are ways around that.
I know he was like hanging on by a shoestring.
I really do hope
there
for the general,
minute.
like, you know, for me, for us, it's a tax write-off.
As far as wrestling
we
goes.
put it up in the Discord. I probably shouldn't say that. We don't do that. We totally don't do that. So, but no, I get it. Like, yeah, it was $50 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago, and it's $50 now just to get these pay-per-views. And everything's so expensive these days. That's a lot to ask of the AEW wrestling fan. So I do hope that with this new deal, maybe their premium or maybe their pay-per-views will end up on Max.
Huge fucking
at least
ears,
get
dude.
like a discounted rate if you have Max, like the whatever their big four is, the non-big four pay-per-views. Maybe those can be like, I don't know, $20 or something like that. That's my hope. These things do need to be cheaper for the AEW fan base.
Well,
putting this much money into monthly pay-per-views it's kind of a lot to ask. That's going to do it for your hot takes for AEW All Out. Thanks everybody for submitting.
That was a
if
good
you want
video,
to get on the next
bro. Go subscribe to Wrestle Juice, bro. I used to watch Steven Larson a long time ago, back when they were doing their whole Superheroes Explained thing. Before they started doing their whole wrestling channel. So go subscribe to them. They're good people. He's pretty entertaining. So, and seemingly very knowledgeable. So there's that. Beep beep. Boop bop boop. Beep beep boop. How much has he made? $64.
That thing was crazy.
Oof.
Good? No, it's still here. It's still another one. Yeesh.
Reload.
Ammo box, grenades. Okay. I probably should have thrown some grenades.
Is this drop in, drop out multiplayer, or is it just co-op with friends?
Up here? Probably up here. Can I chop these? Yes.
Bro, why is his audio so
It's
bad?
fun because I haven't played a game like this, like Gears of War style. I haven't played a game like this in ages. It just feels refreshing. Do something different. Their eyes are glowing red.
You're about to die.
Get that out of here. Execution.
I expect better of the Cadians. Losing the orbital guns was costly, and they paid for it dearly. But the enemy numbers are not insignificant.
That's funny. All right. So I just heard my wife arrive home. I'm just gonna pause the recording. I'll be right back.
Oh my
Warhammer.
god.
All right, guys.
My
Yeah, we're just
wife
gonna do a
just
brief
came
break
home.
here. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. I'll be right back, and we'll continue. I'll see if we can play some clips. I want to see if we can, if it'll let me. I think it might. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Oh, hey, look. It's Master Chief.
No oinky today. Wrestlers breaking the fourth wall. I don't know if I want to watch any more wrestling stuff, to be honest, bro. I'm kind of wrestled out. Been a long one. What's it? Going on 3.5 hours? Alright. Alright. I am gonna have to actually bring the stream to a close here. Unfortunately, that's all I had time for today. Well, for now, I might be back on tonight, depending on if I get all my shit done. Anyway, guys, I will see you tonight, maybe, or tomorrow morning. Have a good night, guys.